I will start the show. Tony Gwynn Jr. up in Seattle. I don't think he has his headphones on yet.
Oh, somebody better tell him.
I know. We're trying to tell him. It's one of those things.
I'm trying to get my new computer rolling here.
Yeah, we're a mess right now. Tony still doesn't have his head. I don't know what's going on.
Tony doesn't have his headset on. Chris doesn't have his camera going.
I have no idea where my phone is.
Welcome to the Scraby Chronicles, everybody, for the next 4 hours. It'll be Matt Scraby with Tony Gwynn Jr. looking on and watching. He looks quite perplexed.
He does.
Why can't anybody see me? It's not a big deal.
I have to put you on.
I'm right here.
On. This is just
hey, I am. Okay, we're underway. We got it.
I don't even have my phone. I gotta go find that.
Yeah. Well, Tony will join us when he figures it out. But welcome to the show, everybody. Tuesday, and Padres coming off a rarity, I would say. Last night. There's Tony. Tony, are you here with us? Tony,
can
you hear
Tony,
us?
can you hear me?
No, he doesn't look like he can hear us. I feel.
Uh-oh.
Do you think there's a disconnect somewhere?
I don't know. I got to go get my phone, so you're going to have to talk for a second.
Well, we know that Tony Gwynn Jr. is in his hotel room in Seattle. His bed is made very nicely behind him. And we could pretty much make fun of anything we want to right now because he can't hear us. But the show is underway in the wake of a 9-6 win for the Mariners last night over the Padres in the first game of this 3-game series. So the Seattle Mariners can celebrate the 2025 Vetter Cup. Oh, good for them. Maybe they'll then give us the last 2 games since they've already won the Vetter Cup. Not a good night for David Morgan. In the middle relief of the Padres, J.P. Sears had a 4-1 lead, could not hang on to that. And this doesn't happen very often. The Padres scored 6 runs and got beat. The Padres hit 4 home runs in the game. And this is the first time they've lost a game in which they've hit 4 home runs since 2021. So this happened last time 5 years ago. Personally, I'll take the Padres hitting 4 home runs every game the rest of the way and just assume that they're going to win most of those games. But they did not last night. It was a historic evening for Cal Raleigh. The big dumper, as he's known, hit his 50th home run of the year. And he's the first catcher ever to do so. And that was one of, 6-7 home runs last night. Polanco. Who's Jorge Polanco?
I knew who Jorge Polanco was.
I don't mind losing to the Mariners, but, I expect to lose to Cal Raleigh and, Eugenio Suarez and Josh Naylor and Julio Rodriguez and
it was
J.P.
a little bit
Crawford and Randy Arozarena. I don't expect Jorge Polanco to go 3 for 4 with 8 RBIs or whatever it seemed like he had last night.
Jorge Polanco's a sneaky good player, Chris.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure he is.
He is. I followed him.
What do you mean you followed him? He's hitting
fancy baseball.
He's hitting 252 this year. He's okay. I mean, he's not.
Tony's smiling, which means he may be able to hear us at this point.
I hope so. But Jorge Polanco's not going to anybody's Hall of Fame. But he looked like it last night. 3 for 4, 4 RBIs, a home run, and ultimately it was a Seattle victory, 9-6.
I had the wrong mic thing on. Sorry.
There we go.
Hey, Tony Gwynn Jr.
It was quite funny when we joined the show because you were looking into the screen like.
I hate to say it, Tony. You did look very quite perplexed.
The unit wouldn't turn on, so I was like,
"You're like, what is happening?"
I was trying not to panic,
because
I know if I panic, then that guy next to you, Chris, would certainly go into
a panic
mode.
It is an understandable moment, man, when you're in a hotel room and you're pushing the buttons you think you're supposed to be pushing and you're not hearing what you think you're supposed to be hearing. It's definitely troublesome, I can tell you firsthand. So I totally get it. But I was just saying, Tony, I would think you'd agree that if the Padres hit 4 home runs in every game the rest of the season and score 6 runs the rest of the games, the way they're going to win most of them. Last night was kind of a one-off in that regard. Don't usually see the Padres get this kind of offense and still lose.
You don't even need to go that far. You could just say if the Padres score 4 runs, they are likely going to win the game, except one weird game like yesterday. It was like, having been here the last couple of years and it being, no offense, a kind of a snooze fest in terms of the offense because we very rarely score runs here. It was like nice, like, oh, okay, we hitting some homers today. We're gonna do this, But then on the flip side, we didn't get, a great start from JP Sears. I think David Morgan was given an opportunity to,
stretch it out a little bit. It was interesting the way they used
not
him.
even just stretch it out, but he was pitching in a high leverage spot. I know it was the fifth, but JP Sears had kind of run out of gas there because of the series the Padres had just played in. They had used their high leverage guys in all three of those games. He had a chance to kind of, cut his teeth a little bit, if you will, in some big spots. Yeah. It didn't go well for him. And
I thought he got, first he missed some pitches. The breaking ball that hit Raleigh in the foot kind of set him back. He lost his balance a little bit on that comebacker. I think it was Rodriguez hit it. It ended up bouncing off his glove, and Xander got the force at second. But that kept the inning alive. I think if Morgan doesn't lose his balance, he probably gets that ground ball, maybe starts a double play, the inning is over. And then it unraveled on him, right? A walk and a hit here by Naylor, and then the aforementioned Polanco pulls one down the line, and then I thought the biggest one of all, honestly, was the last one, the fly ball that lands. And Fernando, probably the only right fielder in baseball who even gets that close to it, but he couldn't quite haul that in on the slide. And to me, 7-4 to 9-4, kind of turned the lights out last night. So,
Tony, where are you at with that one with Laureano and Tatis last night? Because it looked like Laureano maybe had like a good look at it, but Fernando was coming flying, so he got out of the way. What was your read?
I thought Toddy was the one that had the best shot at it. I didn't think, given where they started at, not necessarily where we kind of pick them up, but where they started from, they were playing pretty deep. And so I thought Toddy, he got his glove there. He just wasn't able to make the play. And like Chris said, you go from 7-4 to 9-4. It's mentally it's a bigger hurdle, and you need more things to go right for you when the deficit gets that big. And Seattle's a good team ultimately. That bullpen pretty strong when you start handing it to Brash and you start handing it to Munoz there at the end. Those guys are tough.
And the Padres put some pressure on Brash for sure. They got the bases loaded.
Sheets almost clicked him.
Yes, Sheets just missed a 3-run homer that would have made it 9-8. Then he ended up walking, and that set it up for Laureano to try and tie the game, and bases loaded. I mean, you're asking for a grand slam there, but hey, you might as well ask. And I tell you, Brash was throwing that slider, Tony, that breaking like 4 feet out of the strike zone, almost impossible to lay off of. And then you're down 2 strikes. You're looking for that pitch you have to be protecting. And he throws that fastball right at the bottom of the knees. It was really a good pitch. I don't blame Laureano at all for being frozen on that.
No.
Just a tough guy to try to get a hit off there. And so you look, they got the win, and that's one. But the Padres have done this all right, a few times this year. Lose the first game, come back, get the last 2, everybody will be fine.
I think so. I think that was their best matchup. Now, Padres will have Cease and Darvish going here, games 2 and 3. What version of Cease will you get today? Can the offense? If the offense can keep putting up runs like that, I'm really not worried at all.
No.
Now, granted, they're going to be going up against some real tough ones here these next couple of days. Castilla today, I think Wu tomorrow. Wu's an all-star. We know what Castilla is capable of. So, I mean, I don't anticipate there being some high-scoring runs, some high-scoring games these next 2, but certainly last night was encouraging in a place that the Padres just haven't swung the bats well in. They got loose last night.
And I think we've already probably gone farther than anybody wants us to without mentioning Fernando getting back in the home run column last night. Dead central, doing what we've become used to seeing him do, Tony. He got ahead in the count 2-0. He probably sat dead red. They tried to get a fastball right down the middle past him. And frankly, that's a pitch he should, hit 400 feet. And I was glad to see him do it. I hope that it signals a little bit more power from him. I know that the on-base thing has been working for the Padres. I know his defense has been beyond spectacular, but I still think a home run threat Fernando is, just a little more dangerous to the rest of the teams out there. And I imagine he felt a whole lot better about it, whether or not it matters to everyone else or not. You go that long without a home run, you got to try to start bugging you a little bit if you're Fernando, right?
Yeah, when everybody keeps talking about it, like you and
like me
and everybody else, everybody
that's
else.
Right, we're terrible.
I mean, that's to me, with the home run, Toddy. Then I hope you guys are all ready to embrace the not getting on base as much, a little more punch outs as well to go along with it. That's a part of being the power version of that. You can't. There are very few in this game that can do both.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Tony. I have never, ever been a guy that wanted my cake and to eat it too. Come on. Do you really think I'm being unreasonable? I'm asking for Fernando to have a 900 on base and a 900 slugging. Come on. I think that's only right.
I think I was happy that he got it because I'm sure it's weighing on him too. He's hearing all the conversation. Whether we're going to admit that or not, I'm sure he's getting wind of it at the very least. And so and to see him go dead central was especially nice because that's in this ballpark. That's like one of the toughest spots to go to, and he made it look really easy.
Yeah, here I was thinking that Seattle, you can't ever hit the ball out of the ballpark. There were 5 home runs
jumping.
There were 5 home runs in a span of 14 batters last night. I mean, it was like home run derby there for a minute.
It was also nice and warm here yesterday. I don't know if I've ever been here this late and it feels this warm. Usually it's kind of chilly by this time of year.
It's supposed to be warm again tonight. I looked at the weather.
So who knows? That means maybe more home runs.
I would hope so for the Padres.
Like Tony said, just give me 6 runs every night. I'll take my chances. They're going to win
for sure
almost all the time. They're just not last night. So
except for last night.
Except for last night. Yeah.
All right, let's get to break. First break of the day. When we return, more Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
The 20.
A little bit.
Sorry, I don't know why I just started talking. No, go ahead, Tony. No.
No.
I don't know why I started
very important what you have to say there, buddy. Go ahead.
The
20. The 20. What? 26 schedule? Is that what you're going to say?
Yes, I'm sorry. This is a me problem.
Scrabe wants to let you guys know that the 2026 schedule came out. We're going to talk about it. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Wait, what sketch?
You have these things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. 4th hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not used to complimentary you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard. We tried again with segment number 2. Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr. in Seattle, of course, getting ready for tonight's ball game. He and the Padres will be heading over to the ballpark here in a little bit. Matt Scraby's alongside here in the Odyssey Palace studios. Game 1 went to Seattle, as you know, 9-6 last night. We should mention the Dodgers did win, so LA gets the 1-game lead for the moment. In the NL West, they also get Kike Hernandez back from the injured list. Blake Snell is on the paternity list right now, but he's due to be back for his scheduled start on Friday. Congratulations to Blake, family now with 2 babies. Child number 2 for Blake Snell this week. Dodgers are still without Max Muncy and Tommy Edman, also Hyesung Kim. Although Muncy could be back next week. Padres are hoping to get Jackson Merrill back this weekend. And there's some talk that Michael King, who's due to come off the injured list today, is it not? The 26th, I think, was his day. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe Michael King will be back soon. Sure, we'll find out about all of that later.
Kevin Acey, if you would have read my notes, that Kevin Acey said it's not likely this weekend.
Said he could be coming back soon.
Michael King.
Gotcha.
They want to have a rehab start or a simulated game before he comes back.
I will say this. The Padres starting staff seems to lead the world in sim games this year. Maybe it's just because we hear about all of them, but lots of sim games.
That's exactly why.
Yes. Scraby referred to before as we were trying desperately to go to commercial to end the first segment, Scraby interrupted us with news that the 2026 schedule is out. For those of you that are making plans for March of 2026, the Detroit Tigers will be the Tigers. Tigers will be the home opener here at Petco Park on Thursday, March 26th. Circle it on your calendar. Good point. Could be Scooble. Mm-hmm. Giants will come in second. I mean, do you want me to just read the whole schedule?
No. But I can give you some highlights if you want the highlights.
The stretch right before the break is tough. I think we have Dodgers, Diamondbacks,
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are in there.
I'm looking to see if we play the Dodgers at the end of the season next year.
You do.
There is one series in
They're
LA.
spread out. We got one in, I think there's one in May, one in July, maybe one in
late June as well.
June, and then we get one in September. One matchup in September.
Right. The final.
So they spread it out.
The last week of the regular season, the Padres will play 3 games in LA against the Dodgers. Next year, they'll finish at home with Arizona. All right, so that's next year, though. That's
Yankees coming to town in September. That's kind of cool.
I'm trying to put the schedule away, but all right, yes, Pirates come in August. So if you're wondering,
I think the Yankees coming to San Diego in September, it's kind of cool because they're going to be battling for a playoff spot. So whatever, Chris, just throw away your schedule. That's fine.
Well, I don't really need it for another 9 months.
I'm already planning a trip to take care of this season.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about this year's schedule now.
All right.
I have a question for the two of you. Glad I have you here. And for those listening out there, you can throw your 2 cents in. You know how these kinds of things happen to us, not always on the show, but while we're off doing things. So we bring them to our attention to try to get feedback. Today, we were doing our regular Tuesday golf game. The group ahead of us was...
You've been having a lot of problem with the groups ahead of you, man.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. This is the second story. The groups ahead of you been doing some ridiculousness.
This is just a little different, I think. The group ahead of us was a bunch of... Now, I played at Admiral Baker, which is often a lot of military, right? Plays there, Scrabe?
Yep. Definitely.
Kids that are in the military or, younger folks. So appreciate them all the time. But the kids playing in front of us were just a little too goofy for my liking. And they were really dragging their feet. And they would get up on the tee box, and we'd be finishing the hole before, looking across, and they're just having a conversation. And they're not driving the ball, and they're not doing anything. And they were staying just enough ahead of us to where we could continue playing, but we had to wait, and they seemed really rude and uncooperative, but we never met them.
Huh?
We never talked to them.
So how are they rude and uncooperative?
That's my question. Here's the question. What do you do? And here, look, we've all done this or come across this. When you're in your car, somebody cuts you off. You can't stand that person, even though you've never met them. You've never talked to them. You don't know anything about them. It felt the same today. I felt like these 4 kids are guys, young men who are playing ahead of us. I couldn't stand them, even though I've never met them or spoken to them, nor ever will in my entire life. Is that wrong of me to be that way? Anyone? Nobody.
Scrape, you want me to go first?
Yeah, if you want to go first, because you know what my answer is.
No, I don't know what your answer is.
Okay, Tony will go.
Well, you know what? This Scrape, you go first, since we don't know what your answer is.
Is it wrong to feel this way?
I mean, to just totally dislike somebody you've never met before.
No, because in golf, you could see how they're acting. You could see if they're kind of serious people, if they're not serious at all, and they're just having a conversation on every single tee, and they're not teeing off with the green open. That would be very. I would be pretty angry.
Enough reason for me to dislike them, then.
But I would say something. I'd be like, "Hey guys, is there any way you could go a little bit faster? We're falling behind."
You would.
Yeah. You've seen me do this.
I figured you would, but I don't think you would.
You've seen me do it.
I'm going to tell you one more thing about these 4 guys. They're a lot younger than we were, and I think every one of them had just come from the weight room.
You know what? If they're going to beat me up because I'm asking them to go faster, then please beat me up so I can. I don't get that.
They
conversation.
look like Hulk and 3 Hulk Juniors. Yeah, but they were. But they were blabbing a lot.
I would say that this might be one of those times where you guys were on the get off my lawn type deal today. And I only say that because everybody that shows up to the golf course can't be like in PGA mode where they're like, gotta make this next shot. Like sometimes you go there just to kind of like, and sometimes you go there just for the simple, like, you know,
I
be able to BS the camaraderie of it, right? So you're not really, and there is a certain etiquette. Now I get it. The last group you had on there, they seemed like they had no etiquette at all. This group, the way you explain it seems like they're just out having a good time. Maybe the conversation went a little longer, but you just might have been wanting to get in and get out of there today.
I think that, the more I'm honestly thinking about this, because I brought it up to my, the guys I was playing with, and I said, am I bad? Because I really dislike these guys. And one of the guys who played with, Scott, said, well, what have they done? I mean, we've barely had to wait. And I said, I don't know what they've done. I just don't like watching them. They just are annoying to me. I don't like
that changes a little bit. I thought you were like waiting on every single hole for like minutes.
No, we were waiting here and there. And,
let me ask you this. How many times did the group in front of them get like one spot ahead? Like they were on the tee.
No, they had nobody in front of them. They had all day in front of them.
That's when you guys could say, hey, can we play through? That's the nicer way of saying you guys are being slow. I need to get through.
No, we never got that close. They stayed enough ahead of us, but they were
I take it back. You can't be mad at these people.
they just sound like they were having a good old time.
The reason I'm bringing it up to you guys now is because the more I was thinking about it after I was done playing, that the young guys in front of us were not the bad guys. I was the bad guys because I was the one that was
sounds upset. A little bit like it.
I think so.
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm coming to.
I appreciate you, Chris, because the wherewithal to bring it up, because you didn't bring this one up the same way you brought up last week's or a couple weeks ago incident. Like I knew from the moment you started last time, it was like, oh, these guys seem like jerks.
Yeah,
this one seemed a little bit more of a you thing on this one.
Yeah, I think when Scott told me that when he looked at me and he said, what have they done? And then I started trying to talk myself into the fact that I really didn't like them.
They kicked my dog. That's what they did.
I thought it was more of a me problem than it was a they problem at this point.
I think we've all been there at some point, though, in different situations where you wanted to hate on somebody, but the more it was pointed out to you, like you really didn't have a good reason to be hating on them.
Yeah. There's an old George Carlin phrase, and I know I refer to George. Don't go. Oh, here we go. Because I use them judiciously.
I'm surprised you didn't play it.
And I use them only when I feel like they make some sense. But George Carlin used to say, "Did you ever think about that people are the amount of a, for lack, I can't use his word.
Okay.
People are the amount of a terrible person.
Okay.
That is a direct correlation to how far away from they are from you when you discover this flaw."
It's too smart for me, man.
All right. Well, when somebody's way over there,
I don't even know what words we're using at this point.
Okay. When I'm in my car and you're in your car and you cut me off,
yes,
you are really a
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're over there and I'm over here, you're kind of a that guy over there is kind of a
Oh, I do this
and
all the time.
if they're right next to you in line and they cut you off,
closer you get,
you whisper to that guy's kind of a. That's kind of how I felt today.
It's kind of like the dog meme where the gate is in between them and they pull it back and they're barking like crazy, like they want to kill each other, and then they pull the gate back and it's just kind of
and
like
they're just licking each other.
Little
sniff each
other.
Right.
Yeah. That's a great, I can see if you put it in those terms, Tony, dogs.
I figured you'd get it at that point, buddy.
The other stuff was like a thesis that I don't even want to think about.
Did we mention that the Braves come to town in June next year?
Yeah, we hadn't yet. Jerks and Profar's return.
Just want to clear that up.
That series actually precedes the Dodgers coming to town right after. So
I will tell you one thing about the schedule that I did notice that I'm sure Dodger fans will refer to at some point. The first two times next year that the Padres play the Dodgers, both series are here.
Say it one more time.
Yes.
The first
two
series
Dodger
is in San
series
Diego,
are in at
and
San
so
Diego.
is the second
one.
one.
I heard it wrong. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I wasn't confused. I heard it
you
wrong.
were confused.
May, June, July, September.
Right. May and June in San Diego, July and September in Los Angeles next year.
Well, I don't like that because then you don't get a home series the second half of the season.
Sorry about that. Scrape, more Gwynn and Chris on the way.
That's it, I guess.
The director of athletics.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk.
Yeah, and get on the bus and get on over to T-Mobile Park. Tony will be with us a little bit later. We have a fantabulous sports game show for he and Scraby to participate in, and we also have a Big Five. All of that to come a little bit later in the program. Coming up here shortly, our good friend Mark Zeigler to catch us up on not only the goings-on with the Aztec basketball team. It's never too early to start talking about the hoop season, even though the football season is first. I kind of think we're a hoop school at this point, Scrabe, until Sean Lewis and company kind of come back up to snuff.
They got to do something,
right? I'll welcome them with open arms, when they get back to the competitive world. But for now, basketball is kind of king on the Mesa. Mark Zeigler on that, and also SDFC getting their first playoff berth in their first season, becoming the first team in the league to clinch a playoff berth, and doing it with 6 fixtures remaining, or 6 matches scheduled.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I can't wait to say that the Padres are confirmed.
The Padres hoping they can get confirmed to the postseason. But last night, they got confirmed back into second place, a game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. I did have something before Zeigler bringing him on, but I've completely, totally, and utterly forgotten what that was. So with that in mind, we'll bring Mr. Zeigler on here from the San Diego Union Tribune. Hello, Mark. How are you today, sir? Good to have you with us, as always.
I'm doing great. I just spent the morning with my teaching pro at Riverwalk, Jason Petery, giving me some great tips. Can't recommend him highly enough. Sorting out my swing, which needs sorting out. So I'm in a good mood.
I've seen your swing. It does not need any sorting out.
It needs sorting out.
If there's a swing that needs help, it would be the one that I was displaying today out at Admiral Baker. So
see Jason. He'll sort you out.
I'll go see Jason. Thank you, Mark Zeigler. Let's start with the Chrome. I don't know. Scraby and I kind of discovered this nickname, the Chrome. I don't know how prevalent it is yet for SDFC, but to accomplish this first season, I understand soccer's a little different than some of the rest of the sports, the way you set it up, but they couldn't have asked for more success than they've had, right? I mean, first team into the playoffs, the crowds have been great. They've had kind of the most fun team in the league. They score a bunch of goals. Mike, this is everything we could have hoped for, right?
Well, I mean, when you look at MLS, like you said, and I did a story about this earlier this season, it's set up to help expansion teams. And the reason is because they need expansion dollars. This is really one of their major primary sources of revenue because they don't have the TV dollars yet, or maybe ever. And so they rely on gate and they rely on expansion, and expansion pays, a big chunk. And so to get these owners to fork over, in this case, a reported $500 million to have an expansion team, you better give them a path to be good pretty quickly. If you look at the Padres history, look how long it took them just to get to be 500. I think it took them 10 years. And in NFL and in the NBA, expansion teams are horrible for 10, 15, 20 years. And sometimes, in the case of the Padres, never even win a championship. And it's just very hard. And so MLS has set it up in ways, and with the salary cap and some of the draft picks and some of the things they do to really help expansion teams. But that said, what they've done is over and beyond. They're the, like you said, first team in the league to clinch spot in the playoffs. Earliest expansion team's ever done it. They're going to break the points record in a season for an expansion team. They're going to break the wins record. Anders Dreyer already has the record for most goal contributions by an individual on an expansion team with 30. The old record is 27. He's still got 6 games to go. He's an MVP candidate. The coach is Coach of the Year candidate. Tyler Heaps is Executive of the Year candidate. And so you just go down and on down the list. Luca Bambino, probably a Rookie of the Year candidate. So, everything has gone perfectly for them.
I wanted to ask about one thing that I've completely forgotten about, and I'm very glad I've completely forgotten about it. Does everybody remember the controversy at the very beginning of the season, the chanting that was going on that was not, appropriate to some of the other players? I kind of even forgot what it was all about now, but there was some chanting, some people up in the stands, and the, SDFC, I thought, handled it perfectly. And then there were some reports of some fights after games and, a few little things here that I don't know to threaten to derail anything, Mark, but it's the kind of thing that could have gotten a little out of hand if not, handled properly. Pretty obvious SDFC even handled that with a 100% success.
Well, they have a CEO in Tom Penn who actually came from a basketball background. Well, actually a swimmer in college and then a basketball background, and then he got into soccer, and he was president of LAFC. So he's already been through the whole expansion deal with MLS, started a team from scratch. They built a stadium for that team, filled it, built it into really the most successful team in the league over the last 5 years probably. And then he moved down and did it again here. So he's been down this road before, had some of the same issues, some of the same demographics in Los Angeles as you would have here, some of the same issues with the P word chant, fighting. And so he's had a little bit of a blueprint, but he's also a really good CEO and understands how to handle these things, put these fires out, and they did it pretty quickly. So far, they haven't had any issues. Now they're going up to play LAFC this weekend. We'll see how that goes. Because obviously some of their fans are going to travel.
Yeah.
But they've, the one thing that people should keep an eye on as we get towards the end of the season, and we talk about them having a great season so far, is they don't have a reserve team, and they just started their youth academy with 12 and 13-year-olds. And so they don't have depth. And in MLS, it's a long season, 34-game season. It stretches on. You've got all these other events going on during the season. It gets hot because you're playing in the summer. Players get worn out. There's also national team commitments in the middle of the season this year with the Gold Cup. And so they're starting to run thin. They've got 9 guys who are injured by my count. Even some of the players who are healthy and not on the injured list are really starting to wear down a little bit just from a long summer. And they go out and make some trades, replace them. And a guy like Corey Baird, they got from FC Cincinnati, comes in, he's playing really well, and then he pulls a groin. And so we'll see. They've got a tough schedule. Last 6 games are really hard, and we'll see how they end up. But that's the hard part of being an expansion team when you get to this point of the season. And as much success as they've had in the regular season in the last few years, expansion teams have struggled in the playoffs in their first experience in the MLS playoffs. So that's something they're going to have to overcome as well.
Talking to Mark Zeigler, San Diego Union Tribune here on 97.3 The Fan. I'm going to switch gears a little bit, and that's Miles Bird came out and you wrote a great article about him being open now that he has diabetes, and Mason Miller was traded for, and now he's in town and he's going to be in town the next couple of years. Do you know if Miles Bird has any sort of, does he want to team up with Mason Miller? Is there anything they could do there? Because I know that a lot of people are very excited that there are bigger name athletes in San Diego now that are, saying what they need to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they have connected yet. I think they will, because I know the basketball team and the Padres have a pretty close relationship. I mean, Dutch is out there and Fitch is out there going to games, every few weeks. And they honored them, when they went to the championship game a few years ago. So I suspect they probably will. Part of the thing with Miles Bird, it wasn't just, okay, I want my teammates to know, I want the immediate, community around the team to know, staff, etc. He wants the public to know, and he wants kids to know. And I think anything he can do to get it out there, because he talks about, look, the mistake he made was being quiet about it, and he wishes he hadn't been. And there's so many resources out there for people with diabetes, particularly type 1 diabetes like he has, which is much more serious and much more involved in terms of how you control it. And I think he wants the word to get out. And we talked. He was great when I interviewed him. He just kept talking about it. It was like a weight off his shoulders, I think. And then after the story ran, I mean, I got so many emails from people, and I saw him the next day, and he goes, I can't tell you, Mark, I had, 10, 15 people just come up. He was at a Swiss League game, just come up to me and said, thank you for doing that. It helps me. I've had to deal with it, or someone in my family has, or I know a friend's kid who just got diagnosed. And I just think he felt so much pride. So I suspect they will probably team up and do whatever they can. He's open about it, he's out about it, and he has a type of personality that can connect with people.
Yeah, good for Miles Bird, and good on you for doing that, Mark. And another guy with the Aztec ties that has type 1 diabetes is JJ Spawn, who won the U.S. Open. So
I believe Michael King does something with diabetes
Michael
as well.
King's wife, I believe.
Yeah, okay,
so a lot of people are coming out, and it is helping a lot in our community. You wrote about the young newcomer, Mark, to the Aztecs last week. And, his father passed. And you do such an amazing job. I can't impress upon people, having covered teams myself. It's not always easy to get the kind of relationships you need to have with these guys, though, so that somebody like Elsie Harrington will talk about his father passing and what it means to him and what he's, devoting this season to. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, these are real kids, and you bring them to life a lot of times, Mark. And I think we owe you on that. It's part of the reason that we really love this team. Once the season starts, we feel like we know all these kids.
Well, I appreciate that. And hey, look, I got to give props to Dutch and his staff for being as accessible as they are. I'm telling you, most college teams, almost all college teams at this level are not. And coaches are paranoid. Usually they're younger coaches. Dutch is old enough to understand how it works and how to have a positive relationship with the media. And then also Richard Stern, who is their media relations director for the team. I mean, incredible job in connecting me with kids and sitting with them, prepping them for interviews. They're like, okay, he's probably going to ask about this and this.
Right.
And so when I get them, they're just not raw. I mean, that really, really helps. But Elsie, I'm telling you, I've covered a lot of freshmen over the years. He is the most mature freshman I've ever been around. And I think when you go through something like losing your dad at that age, it forces you to grow up really quickly. And he has incredible parents. I mean, both are doctors. They've done an incredible job raising him. But I think also the experience has also sort of pushed him to new levels of maturity and being able to talk about this. I can't even imagine what it's like to talk about that at his age. But he is really, really talented as well, beyond just being mature. It's going to be really interesting to me to see on a team that's already loaded with talented players how he fits in. He's definitely good enough to play. I mean, I've seen enough even a small sample size this summer, but I've seen enough to see what he can bring when he embraces the defense and his length, his versatility, and his sort of spirit and wanting to win. And I mean, he's had some drills where he's like, I don't want to say embarrassed some veterans, but he's more than held his own. We'll put it that way. And there's been moments where he's looked like a freshman too. But what's great is he's not going to have a starring role on this team, and he'll be able to bring him along sort of slowly. But it'll be interesting to see how they deploy him. Is he going to be an off guard? Is he going to be a point? I think he eventually will be a 6'6" point guard. And so, I just can't wait to see what he does. But beyond all that, he's just great to talk to. And I think, if he stays, and we always have to say that now, right, about a kid, if he stays. But if he stays 2, 3, 4 years, I'm not sure he'll make it that long, but he'll be a leader on this team. He'll be one of the leaders on this in the program.
Magoon Guath is back after the freshman year. I mean, we couldn't be happier about that. Taj DeGorville, another from last year's freshman class who's returned. The third is Pharaoh Compton, and we saw a few, flashes last year. I mean, I don't know that people even remember. He was the preseason freshman of the year. It didn't necessarily go his way, except for some really loud slam dunks along the way, Mark. How much more does he have to give to this program this year? What are we seeing from him at this point?
He's the guy I've been most impressed with in the summer workouts I've watched, in terms of just the raising his level of consistency. Like you said, we saw some flashes, but he's starting to turn a corner. He turned a corner with his body 100%. His body is completely transformed from what it was last year, and that allows him to use his work rate. He always had a high motor, but his body wasn't allowing him to keep that high motor. Now he can keep it going longer, but he's just been a dominant force some days and developed parts of his game that I'm not sure we'll see it this year or not, but he's definitely developed more of a shot. He's made some, I mean, if you watch any of the Swish League games, and again, that Swish League, it's different than college, but he's made, I mean, I've seen games where he's made 2 or 3 threes, and he's not afraid to take them. So we'll see how that goes in the season if he's in that position to shoot them. But just his activity around the basket, blocking shots, grabbing rebounds, just being everywhere, using his length, because he has the longest arms I've ever seen. And so I think he's going to be a factor this year. I mean, I think a lot of kids, their biggest step you take in college is freshman and sophomore year. And same with Taj DeGorville. He's taken a big step as well. You saw it with BJ Davis last year, that freshman and sophomore jump. So I think those guys both really took it. And now it's just, Dutch has so many pieces at his disposal. It's just now how he's going to fit them all together and keep them happy and keep kind of a rhythm on the floor with playing time.
And now I understand they have a brand new player from Long Beach, California, 6'5" senior, Reese Dixon Waters now. Anybody see this?
Yes.
He's changing his name, or at least his last name. He's adding Dixon to Reese Waters, right?
So that's what he played with, I believe, in high school in the first few years at USC. He went just to Waters, and now he's coming back as Dixon Waters. He's looked really good, and the question is, can he stay healthy? And he really has been pretty healthy most of his career, except last year when he broke his foot and he just couldn't get it healed. If he can stay healthy and keep mentally focused, I think he's their best player. But those are 2 big ifs, and it's hard when you've sat out a year like he did. And it wasn't like he was a redshirt where he was still working out. He wasn't doing anything for a while. He's in great shape. He's looked good in the workouts. But we'll have to see as the season goes and get his rhythm of games. But man, is he talented. And he, they have 3 guys in their team that could be Mountain West preseason player of the year in Miles Bird, Magoon Guath, and Reese. And, I don't know how you pick between the 3 of them. I think what will happen is the votes will get split, and it'll be Utah State's Mason Faltzlev. But these guys are all 3 candidates.
They're all going to be good.
And Reese is the guy everyone's sleeping on, so put it that way.
Reese Dixon Waters. I don't know why this made – I know I got to say goodbye. We're at the top. But I want to tell Mark one thing, because I remember he wrote this. He covered the NBA back in the day with the Lakers, and he was also covered the whole NBA. And one year, Hakeem Olajuwon, the great Hall of Fame center for the Rockets, changed the spelling of his name from Akeem, and he added the H, Hakeem.
Yes.
Mark Zeigler wrote a story about this brand new kid in the NBA, Hakeem, to look out for as a possible MVP. I remember you did that. You took advantage of his name change to say, this is a new guy, even though it's the same guy. Mark's a great writer.
Guy.
Don't look at me like that, Scraby. He's giving me a look.
That was a fantastic story.
I'm going to go over and pop you one.
What? Whoa.
I'm trying to say something nice about Mark Zeigler.
I didn't say anything. You were looking at me.
Reese Dixon Waters. Look out
Okay.
for him.
Before we go, I got to ask you guys 2 questions. Have nothing to do with
Okay.
SDFC. Have nothing to do with San Diego State basketball.
Right.
Number of wins by San Diego State football team this year, and how far do the Padres go in the playoffs?
Ooh. I'm going to say 6, and we're going to have a parade.
You
Wow.
think you're gonna win? I was
Why
gonna say
not?
Chris and I kind of talked about this. I was gonna say 6 wins too. I think at least NLCS. At least.
If we get that far, we might as well take it all the way.
I agree with you, but I can't say that they're gonna have a parade.
I can't say it either,
Well,
but somebody's got to predict it in case it happens.
But you notice he said parade, and if you look in Nevada right now, so that the Summerlin Little League team lost in the Little League World Series, got killed 7-0, but they're having a parade anyway. So maybe San Diego, if they get to the World Series, will have a parade.
We
And
lost
lose it.
parade.
I don't think Mike Schultz would allow for that. Z-Man, we love it. Thank you.
Z-Man.
Good luck working on the golf swing. Don't work too hard because you're already too good of a golfer for my liking. But we'll see you next time. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Talk.
Mark Zeigler from the UT. All right. Reese Dixon Waters, changing the last name from Waters to Dixon Waters, just so we're all up to snuff on that. Hour number 2 is next.
Baseball is back.
team bus headed over to T-Mobile Park or Field. T-Mobile something or other. Home of the Mariners. Let's put it that way. Mariners have taken the Vetter Cup. They've won all 4 games against the Padres so far this year.
What am I going to do with myself?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad, is it not?
The charity aspect is the only thing I like about it.
Yeah, fair enough. And like I said, maybe the Mariners will just let us have the last 2 games. Although the Padres have to go some here. Look, Padres have only won, we said it yesterday, they've only won 1 series against a winning team on the road this year. That was Milwaukee. Wouldn't hurt my feelings to see them win a second one here in Seattle. But they're going to have to win the last 2 games, of course, to win this series. Start of a road trip that'll also take them to Minnesota. Padres are back home next week for the Baltimore Orioles. There's nothing like trying to decide a pennant race by playing a team from the American League East. But that's what baseball has left us with.
I'll take the Orioles this late in the year.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Dodgers shut out the Reds last night 7-0. 2 home runs for Andy Pajes in that game. And L.A. goes back a game ahead of the Dodgers in the National League West. This hour 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by U.S. Wellness Meats. U.S. Wellness Meats offers 100% grass-fed beef, pork, poultry, wild-caught seafood, and more. Shipped free from family farms. Get 20%.
Woo!
Yeah, write this down, Scraby. Your first order at uswellnessmeats.com. 20%.
Pretty good.
I like it. All right, we got our daily gambit coming up here. I'm going to try to stall as much as I can because neither of us did very well last night.
Oh, I see.
Fernando Tatis Jr. did jokingly say, because we talked about it, remember?
Yeah.
He jokingly said that he kind of forgot how to do his stutter step at third base last night.
He did.
It had been 32 days, 27 games, and 132 plate appearances for Fernando. But good to see him get the home run last night. And hopefully, I know everybody, it's hard because Tony said it right. If he goes around and starts slugging all home runs, he's probably not going to get the walks. And, he's going to be striking out more. So, I want the happy medium, but it's hard to get.
It is hard.
I would like to see him still reach base as much as he is, but add back some of the slugging.
I thought about this a lot yesterday.
It's really hard.
And
it's tough.
I don't know that anyone can be angry at Fernando in the leadoff position because of what the Padres' definition of a leadoff position is.
I don't know that anyone was angry about it. I think the question has just been put forth. Do we miss the old Fernando?
Of course. That was awesome last night.
Okay, so that's all. I don't think anybody's mad at Fernando. I think a lot of people are wondering, though.
Okay, I'm
where
just on
did
edge.
The power go? And we have tried to explain it as best we can. I know some of the analytic people have their own ideas. He's making contact or his weight, his balance is different. Stuff that I don't, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But, stuff he's probably working on because I know that he wants to hit some home runs and be that threat. Padres hit 4 home runs last night, lost the game. The last time that happened was 2021. So, like I said, I'll take my chances. Give me 4 home runs. Give me 6 runs scored the rest of the way, and I think the Padres are going to be okay. But last night didn't happen. David Morgan, really the only time he's pitched poorly all year.
I know. I was surprised.
The only
by
time
that.
all year. And really, he was out of the game with 3 runs scored. That last bloop knocked in the last 2. So, long night for David Morgan. I'm sure, he feels like he let everybody down last night. But playing a pretty good Seattle team right now. They're playing well. The big dumper homers. Polanco turns into the second coming of Edgar Martinez or something down there. I don't know. He's hitting balls, spraying them all over the ballpark. Goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. The Mariners win. We'll see what happens tonight in Game 2. By the way, quick note for Dylan Cease fans. Will tonight be the night, Scrabe?
He gets his first road win?
God, he's got to get one.
By the way,
he just has to. He's got to get one road win this season, please.
By the way, Jorge Polanco has 20 home runs on the year, Chris. So he's not nobody.
He's hitting 252. He's nobody. As far
He
as
got an
I'm
OPS plus
concerned.
higher than Luis Arraez, I believe.
Oh, don't start here with this. Don't start in with the rise.
I don't know. I'm a little down about it.
I know you are. I have Adam Klug coming up to me before the show, our boss, telling me that his own son, who's 12 years old. I shouldn't speak out of school on
I was going to
son.
say, why are you sharing this story?
Because his own son put a lineup out that did not include Luis Arraez in it.
Well, I think Luis Arraez should be in the lineup, but the
not according to Adam Klug's son.
Well, I definitely respect Ethan in his opinion because he watches a lot of baseball.
Ethan watches a ton of games, and he said no. We're better with Arraez on the bench. He's 12 years old. He's not, or 10 years. He's not the only one. I'm hearing it every time I turn around. Luis Arraez is costing this team.
I don't think he's costing the team. I think he's misplaced. He's misplaced in the 2 spot right now. If he was hitting 325, no issues. But he's not.
All right, let's get to the Daily Gambit before we just go back down the path we've been traveling the last 2 weeks.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We'll start with last night's game between the Padres and the Mariners. Mariners are minus 1.5 on the run line. Both of us chose the Padres. Both of us were wrong.
We're looking pretty good with a 4-1 lead there.
Yes.
But you know,
is it bad to think, like, when I heard that they took that 4-1 lead, I was like, I just don't feel like...
I didn't feel as confident.
I did not feel confident at all. I was like, this is not going to end 4-1.
Look, I hear I'm going to second guess what they're doing right now, and I've been defending this team now for the last 2 weeks. But wouldn't we just be almost as good if would you feel almost better with Vasquez starting in that spot? I think a lot of people would.
I would. He's shown me this year.
Do we have to force JP Sears? Maybe he's just not quite the answer at this moment.
Well, maybe they just wanted the lefty look. And he was coming off of a good start against the Giants, so he deserved to start.
I thought he was coming off a good start against the Giants, but I told you, even that start against the Giants, there was a lot of loud outs in that game. He got a little bit of a Petco Park break on a few of those fly balls.
That's
fine.
He
had Fernando go up and steal a home run for him.
That did happen.
I don't know. Vasquez seems almost better.
I'm
just throwing it out there. I think I can't be the only one who's thought of it.
No, and when Vasquez is probably the best starter from your weekend against the Dodgers, that bodes well to me. I give him a chance.
I'm not feeling confident in JP Sears yet, and I don't have time to wait for him.
All right. Let's move on to the total runs in the game. Over under 8.5. You went over, Chris. I went under, but you were correct. They had 15 total runs.
Yeah, big night.
Who pitched more innings, Bryce Miller or JP Sears? We both went Sears. Bryce Miller, 5 innings. JP Sears, 3 2/3.
Do not bet with your heart, people.
No. Dodgers, Reds, over under 8 runs. Both of us said over. If the Reds scored a couple runs, it would have been over, but the Dodgers won 7-0, so we lose that. More Ks, Skubal or Hunter Green? Hunter Green had 3. Skubal had he was -2 on the spread. 12 -2. He had 10 strikeouts last night. Even with the -2.
Skubal also gave up a grand slam in that game for the first time in his career.
Why didn't it count against his earned runs? Was there an error?
Yeah, I'm sure there was. I'd have to look at the box score.
Because I saw the score and I was like, whoa. Skubal got lit up, and then I looked, and it didn't seem like he pitched too bad. There had to have been an error somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you have I'll just give you an example. If you have runners at first and second with 2 out, and the next guy up gets on an error to load the bases, the inning should have been over. But the next guy hits a grand slam. It's 4 runs, but all 4 runs are unearned.
Yeah, so they just kind of get lost in the universe.
Yeah, there was 2 errors in the game by Zach McKinstry, according to the box score, so that cost Detroit. Scuba gave up 6 runs, but only 1 was earned.
All right. There you go.
There you
more
go.
rebounds or more me bounds. Angel Reese or Asia Wilson. You went Wilson. I went Reese. Asia Wilson had 9 rebounds. Angel Reese had 17 minus her 2 on the spread, so she had 15.
Angel is she's a flat-out machine on
She
the
is.
rebounding.
She is.
My goodness.
Venus Williams against Mukova yesterday. Mukova, 6.5-point favorite. Williams, we both chose, and we were correct. There was only a 4-game difference.
Venus Williams took it to a 3rd set. Should we remind everybody again? She's 45 years old.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive against the number 11 player in the world to take her to a 3rd set.
Yep.
So, I mean, Venus, that's almost as incredible as what she used to do when she was 14 years old, just starting on the tour.
Yeah.
Now she's 45 years old. Out
Both
there still
extremes.
competing. Yeah, exactly.
Final bet, Alcaraz and I think it was Opelka.
Nope, come on. I want you
Opelka?
to work on it. Yeah, Riley Opelka.
Okay, because I wrote down alpaca because I was messing with his name
Riley
yesterday.
Opelka.
Over under 34.5 games. We both went over. They only had 32, so we lose this one too.
Opelka gave him a good run, but Alcaraz won all 3 sets. You were 2-6. I was 3-5. We'll try to get some of our money back. We'll throw some good money after bad money after we check traffic. Look ahead to more what's coming up this evening. Our traffic will be at some point.
No, we got it.
this-
We got it. Just had to delete it.
All right, don't forget the Fantabulous Sports Game Show is coming up at the bottom of the hour as well. I'll give you a clue, Scraby. It's going to have some part of it, a bit of a tribute to the Big Dumper in our Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
Oh.
We'll explain all of that as Gwynn and Chris rolls along.
From the
Scraby?
What's up?
I don't have to go on Twitter anymore. I got my very own Twitter that walks into the studio now during breaks in the show. Adam Klug, our boss, coming in to point out that Jorge Polanco is indeed way better than a Luis Ariz, statistically and every other way. So what can I tell you? I said Jorge Polanco's a guy. I don't know anything about Jorge Polanco, thus no name in my mind. I don't follow the American League. Especially, Punch and Judy hitting second base.
He's not, though. He's hit 20 home runs this season.
Phenomenal. 250 hitter.
I like it how Chris gets mad when
night.
People are like, hey, actually, he's kind of good. And Chris is like, well, because I haven't heard of him, I'm not going to say that he's good.
He's all right. He's got a 260 career batting average. That's fine. He's got a 766 career OPS. Ariz is better than that. Polanco has a career 110 OPS plus, which is a stat Adam is very fond of. Ariz has a higher OPS plus than that. This year, Polanco's had slightly better numbers, but I also don't expect anyone out there to think Ariz is good. As far as I'm concerned, and all I hear and all I read is that Luis Ariz is one of the worst players in baseball, and he needs to stop playing on our team. Some people think he only needs to move down in the order. The funny thing is when we first got him, he was fantastic because he hit and he put the ball in play and he got 3 or 4 hits every game. And we all loved this guy and we couldn't understand why nobody else wanted him. Remember that? Why did Minnesota get rid of him? Why did the Marlins get rid of him? Now everybody wants to get rid of him. Fine. Get rid of Luis Ariz. Blame it all on him if you must. But then finally, I'll ask this. What are we blaming on him? The team is 1 game out of first place. He's a part of that success.
Again, it's more of our want for the maximized lineup rather than, because we're not saying get rid of Luis Ariz. You keep putting words in people's mouths saying, oh, he's the worst player. Like, all people want to see is him move down the order because he's hitting 282 or whatever it is. And he hit into a double play on Sunday. And
he made an out last night, so that you ought to DFA him. Let's get to our picks for today's fantabulous sports picking gambling segment.
There you go.
You were 2-6 last night. I'll let you go first. The Padres are favored tonight by 1.5.
Really?
With Dylan Cease on the mound. Dylan Cease, he of no victories on the road this year. Would you be willing? I mean, not that we don't bet the money, but let's just say you had $50 burning in a hole in your pocket and you had to bet it. Would you bet it on Dylan Cease minus a 1.5 tonight?
No.
I don't think I would either.
No,
I mean, he's got to show me that he can win a game on the road before I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
But that said, who are you picking?
I'm going to hope. I'm just going to take the L. If Dylan Cease surprises us, that's fine. I'm going to go Mariners because
you're going to take the Mariners.
Yeah, like you said, he has to prove it to us.
He hasn't won it once. Come on, Cease. You got to have one 7-inning, 1-hit game on the road. He's so capable of it.
He threw his no-hitter on the road last year.
I know. I'll take the Padres and bet on Dylan Cease. 8 runs over under. No way these two teams do it again tonight. Under.
I'm going to say over because the weather is similar.
Okay. What do we got here? We've got more strikeouts tonight. Hunter Brown of the Astros pitching in Colorado. I beg your pardon. Pitching in Houston against Colorado.
Okay.
Or Dylan Cease. More strikeouts. Who you got here? Hunter Brown against the Rockies. Dylan Cease in Seattle tonight.
I'm going to go with, Dylan Cease is a strikeout guy, so I'm going to go with him there.
You're going Cease?
Yeah.
I'm going with Hunter Brown because the Rockies are strikeout guys. Dodgers are 1.5 over the Reds.
After last night.
I know. They should be 7.5. Kershaw's pitching tonight. I've got to be honest, he's been really good. But our guy Nick Martinez is going to help us win tonight for the Reds. I'll take Cincy. How about you?
I'm going to be a Dodger lover.
Dodgers. Yeah. Kershaw, 5 1/3 innings pitched. Over, under. Scraby.
5 1/3 for Kershaw?
Kershaw.
He goes over.
You know what he's doing right now, Kershaw?
What?
He's reminding us again why he's a Hall of Famer. Even the look, if you don't like him because we're Padres, I get it. Okay, that whole thing. But I want to say the Dodger fans were the ones that started to really get all, on the Kershaw thing last couple of years. Get rid of this guy. He's had it. He's over the hill. It's enough. Yeah, I just thought that was bad form for a guy that's a certain Hall of Fame pitcher for your squad. And, he wasn't as dominant the last couple of years. I don't know. He was 12-3, 13-5. He was still doing well. But this year he's 8-2. The 3.13 ERA.
Can we stop talking about him now?
Kershaw, over under. You got to appreciate some greatness, even if it's not on your team. Phoenix Mercury -3.5 at LA Sparks.
At Sparks.
Yeah. I think the Mercury is ahead of the Sparks in the standings. Thus, they are let me see. Let me make sure. Phoenix, 22-14. Quite good. 4th place. Sparks, 9th place, 17-18. Go ahead. I'll take the Phoenix. Sparks are not good at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go Mercury as well.
Mercury. Kelsey Plum, 20.5 points.
Under.
Ooh. I always go with the Powegian. Kelsey Plum, over. One more. Coco Gauff tonight. 6.5 game favorite at Anna Tomljanovic. First round of the U.S. Open. 6.5 is just way too much. We saw Venus Williams cover that last night. I'll take Tomljanovic plus
Tomljanovic.
It's a long Czech Republic.
No, I like it.
All right.
I'm going to go with Goff.
Going to go with Coco. There are our picks. When we come back, it's a Fantabulous Sports Game Show with a nod toward the big dumper. Tony is back, probably to beat Scraby again. But we'll find out how it turns out when Gwynn and Chris comes back on San Diego's #1 sports talk station, the home of Luisa Rise, 97.3 The Fan.
Coming up on Wednesday.
time in the week where Scraby normally rolls over and loses the Fantabulous Sports Game Show to Tony Gwynn Jr.
I definitely don't roll over. I try.
You really give a good effort.
I do.
Tony is really good.
He's better
he's
than
the
me.
defending champ. He'll try to win again today. We'll give you the category in a moment. Tony's back in place. Traffic's back in place.
We need a second.
No, traffic's not back in place.
We need a second.
Tony's not back in place. I've been fed the wrong information. My goodness gracious.
You know what is great is when people aren't here, the internet works great. But because we had a barbecue today, everybody decided to show up and slow down the internet, Chris. That's what happened here.
People are actually at work today, and you're upset about that.
Yeah, because it's like, where are you the rest of the week?
Well, they don't come here.
Oh, we have a lineup we could do.
You want to kill some time with that?
Yes, yes. Lineup.
I'll give you the lineup while you do that stuff.
Okay.
Padres go with Tatis in right field. Don't shoot the messenger. Arise at DH. Machado at third, O'Hearn at first, Bogarts at short, Sheets in left, Laureano in center, Cronenworth at second, Fermin catching. It's the exact same lineup as last night, except for the fact that Arise is DHing, O'Hearn is at first. That will make all of the people who have been clamoring for that happy, at least for the time being. Mariners have a Rosarena, Raleigh, Rodriguez, Naylor, Suarez, the ever-dangerous Jorge Polanco, DHing tonight. Dominic Canzone is in the lineup for the Mariners tonight. He was not last night. J.P. Crawford at short. Cole Young plays second. For Seattle, Luis Castillo, 8-7. Dylan C, 6-11, but 0 on the road. Your pitching matchup now. Oh, Tony, hello. Let's play the Fantabulous Sports Game Show.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Robert Half. Got a few problems here. One of them is this collision on the El Cajon Boulevard off-ramp southbound 15. Also crashed on the Rosecrans on-ramp to East 8. Car and motorcycle involved in that. Westbound 54 at the South 5 connector ramp reports of what looks like a motorcycle tire in that left lane. And northbound 805, right before H Street, reports of what looks like a folding table over in that right lane. Hit and run crash on the coastline, southbound 5, right before Cassidy Street. That's over to the right shoulder. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why the recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there, it's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it,
Ooh, I'm gonna go
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
And hi, hello, and how are you, everybody? Feel like Drew Carey running out here. And the price is right.
Running out here.
All right, here we go with the Fantabulous Sports Game Show today. Tony Gwynn Jr. versus Matt Scraby. I'll give the category shortly. All you out there can play along. These guys will go back and forth giving what they hope are correct answers. If they get one wrong, they get a strike. 3 strikes, and you're out. There are 23 correct answers today, guys. Normally, that means you'd need 12 to win. But I'm going to handicap Tony a little bit.
What?
Tony, I believe this is a category that you should be so good in, and I'm not sure Scraby will be as good as Tony in this particular category, and you'll see when I tell you the category why, and I'll explain why. So the handicap is that Tony's got to get to 13 to win today.
Oh.
Scraby's got to get to 12.
Oh.
So basically, for Tony to win, he's going to have to get you 13 to 10.
Okay.
Whereas you'd have to beat him 12-11.
Okay.
So I'm giving a little
You know what?
handicap.
I will take all the help I can get in this game.
All right, I'm going to give you the category, and I think you're going to understand why. There's two reasons why, and I'll tell you.
Tony Gwynn Senior stats.
No, today's category. Major League Baseball players who have hit 50 home runs in a season since 1990.
Okay.
The reason I'm giving Tony a handicap is he called the game last night in which somebody accomplished this feat. And I'm just thinking that he might have done a little history research on this to go along with it. So I'm going to make him do a little bit better than you.
So just in the history?
No, 1990.
Oh, 1990.
And the reason that's the line of demarcation, prior to 1990, there were only 10 players who did this. Babe Ruth, Hack Wilson, Jimmy Fox, Hank Greenberg, Johnny Mize, Ralph Kiner, Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, and in 1977, George Foster. He was the 10th. And then there was 13 more years before someone else did it. But starting in 1990, it started to happen more often. And there's a total of 23 guys that have done it since. So here we go. Some have done it more than once, but if you get it, their name, you only get the 1 point. Scrape, you want to go first today? You're on about a 3-game losing streak, maybe longer.
I don't know what to do in this position because I
never
always
know what to do.
I'm just going to go, and I'm just going to take Barry Bonds off the board.
Barry Bonds is correct. Barry Bonds, here's the funny thing. I think this will be interesting to people. The all-time home run leader, Barry Bonds, only hit 50 home runs in a season one time.
The 73?
Yep. The year he hit 73 was
That's
the only
interesting.
time he ever got over 50.
Wow. I thought that was a slam dunk.
You would think that he did it way more than one time. All right, Tony, you're up. Scraby's on the board with Barry Bonds. 1-0.
Cal Riley, big dumper.
Cal Riley did it last night. Last I checked, the dumper on the board was 50. The Seattle beat writer had a great line yesterday when we asked him about the big dumper. Tony, he said that is Jared Kelnick's greatest donation to the game of baseball, and always will be.
It's kind of mean, but it's hilarious.
That's funny.
It is. All right, Scrape, give me somebody.
I mean, that is the era in which we grew up. That They were these guys that had these incredible nicknames, and they were better known for their nicknames than what they actually were doing on the field. Big
For
Dumper,
sure.
his nickname. They were telling us yesterday that they sell more Big Dumper shirts than they do Riley shirts.
I wonder
if you walked around with a shirt that said
right?
Raleigh on the back, people go, what is that?
What do you mean? What is that?
I wanted to say dumper.
Right.
Raleigh's the capital of North Carolina. It's not the catcher for the Mariners. All right, 1-1. Scrape, you're up. Give me somebody with a 50 home run season since 1990.
Mark McGwire.
Mark McGwire, he did it 4 times. He did it in 96, 97, 98, and 99. High water mark, of course, was 1998 when he hit 70 home runs to set the then record. All right, 2-1 in favor of Scraby. Tony Gwynn Jr., somebody with a 50 home run season since 1990.
Scraby, who'd you just say?
He said McGwire.
Yeah, Mark McGwire.
Oh, okay. Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani. He was the one right before Cal
You want to
Raleigh.
know what's really funny? Is I didn't even think about him.
You didn't think of him?
I did not even think about him.
He had a 50-50 season last year.
I know. I didn't even think about it.
Shohei is correct. So that ties it at 2. Tony's given us the 2 most recent guys. Scraby's given us McGwire and Bonds. And here we go in a 2-2 tie with 19 correct answers left. Scraby.
You know, with all this Ken Griffey talk in Seattle, I went and I played my old Ken Griffey Jr. baseball over the weekend. It's great. I love it. I'm going to go with Ken Griffey.
Ken Griffey is incorrect. Ken Griffey Jr. is correct.
Junior.
I'm going to give
that
it.
in there.
Of course, you're good. 56. He did it in back-to-back years, 1997 and 98. So Scraby takes a 3-2 lead.
Can I ask Tony, do you think Ken Griffey baseball is one of the best games of your childhood?
I don't remember it. It was okay. Tony's giving a fair
RBI
answer
baseball, Baseball Stars was legit.
Ken Griffey not at the top of the list.
Ken Griffey wasn't one of my favorites, man.
Wow. I guess it's because I'm not the son of a Hall of Famer that I need to.
Let's ask a better question about Ken Griffey Jr.
What?
Is it the best swing in the history of the game?
It's pretty nice.
C.
Okay.
Manny's is pretty nice too.
I like
Manny's is like a logo swing.
Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr., man, that'll never be duplicated.
All right, I don't even know
3-2.
what we're doing here.
Tony, you're up. 23 total, 18 correct answers remaining. Guys with 50 home run seasons since 1990.
Mike Stanton.
Mike Stanton.
Man, it is Mike Stanton.
It is. Otherwise known as Giancarlo.
Would I have gotten it wrong if I said Giancarlo Stanton? Because
No,
he was Mike.
No,
I don't think he was. He was Giancarlo
he was,
the year
he was,
did
he
it.
was Giancarlo. He was Giancarlo.
He was with Miami in 2017. He had 59 home runs. That is correct.
All right.
We're tied at 3-3. 6 answers down. We have 17 to go. This is going to get a little more difficult, but no strikes yet. 50 home run seasons.
All rise.
Scraby.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, pretty good call. Aaron Judge is, this is impressive. Considering Barry Bonds only did it once, Aaron Judge has already done it 3 times. 2017, 2022, and last year, 2024. So 3 times already for Judge. And a 4-3 lead for Mr. Scraby. Impressed, Scraby. You're doing fine so far.
Thank you.
Tony Gwynn Jr. Trying to tie it back up.
The polar bear. The other good nickname, the polar bear.
Polar bear. Mr. Alonso did it, I believe, his rookie season. 2019, hit 53 to set the all-time rookie record for the Mets. Of course, the year after is about when I picked him up on my fantasy squad. He hasn't been anywhere near that since. Sorry about that, Pete. I feel like I jinxed him. Tied at 4. 4-4. Home run, 50 home run guys since 1990. Scraby.
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa, take an easy one off the board. Sammy not only had 4 50 home run seasons, he had 3 60 home run seasons.
I think we know why, Chris.
I'm just reporting the facts. You make up your own mind on all of that. Sosa had
He's just an extremely talented baseball player.
He had 3 60 home run seasons. No one else ever had more than 1. We are with no, McGuire had 2. I beg your pardon. Either way, 5-4. Scraby.
No, so Tony.
No, but it's 5-4. You're leading.
Sorry.
Yes, Tony's turn. Correct. Tony's turn.
Jose Batista.
Jose Batista. That's almost impossible to get. I don't know how he does it.
Thank you for taking that one off the board.
You would have never got it. 2010, Jose Bautista of Toronto hit 54 home runs.
It did. It sparked some sort of memory about someone.
When did that happen? I mean, where was I?
Remember Joey Bats?
Yeah, I do. I don't remember him getting 54 home runs, but he did it in 2010.
Batista?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Joey Bats, 5-5.
All right. I didn't do this.
We got 13 left. Scraby, you guys are rolling
Okay.
through this category right now as if there's no stopping you.
I'm all up in my head about this one, but I think Greg Vaughn did it in 98.
Very good.
Okay,
Greg Vaughn
yeah.
of the Padres. He is the lone Padre on the list.
I was like, did he do like 49 or something?
He did 49 until the last day of the season when he dramatically hit his 50th.
Got it.
In Arizona for the Make the Mark in 1998. Correct, Scraby. Very good. You take a 6-5 lead. Tony Gwynn Jr.'s turn. 12 correct answers remaining.
How about my guy, Prince Fielder? He got to 50.
Prince, he did it.
07, I believe it was.
2007 is correct. Prince Fielder, Milwaukee Brew Crew.
I didn't choose him because that's Tony's best friend. So
Very nice of you to allow him to get his own guy, right? We already know that the competition in this game would never allow for something like that to take place. All right, Scraby, we're tied at 6-6.
Things are getting tight.
I think you're doing a good job here, Scrabe. 11 to go.
All right.
I thought you might be slowing down by now.
No, I got a couple names in mind.
Got a couple more. Okay, 50 home run seasons.
I'm trying to think of someone else before I go with them, but
little strategy being played here, perhaps.
All right. I might get a strike
when Scraby
here.
does this, he messes up.
I might get a strike
You
here.
might, huh? You gonna risk it?
Messes up.
I don't have a name I'm super confident in, so I'd rather get a strike with a name that makes me kind of sort of look smart rather than a name that's not even on the list.
There are 11 correct answers. Let's see if you can give me one here.
Josh Hamilton.
Josh Hamilton. Yeah,
Yes.
that's not even close. So
What?
take a strike on that.
Why is that not even close? He was like the home run guy there for a few years.
Home run derby, maybe. Don't recall him on home runs. I don't know what Josh Hamilton's high was. I don't have it in front of me, but not on the 50 home run list. Scraby gets his first strike of the day. And
Taking the
Tony,
wind out of my sails.
sorry about that. Tony, you have a chance to take your first lead. We're tied at 6.
Sorry about that.
11 categories. I have to come up with a lot of different ways to feel sorry for Scraby during this game. Tony, what do you got here?
Sorry about that.
Yep.
How about
Tony seems to have just an endless supply of these, doesn't it?
This is his wheelhouse.
I know. That's why I gave him
this is my wheelhouse.
That's why I gave him the handicap.
Let's go with my guy Ryan Howard.
Ryan Howard, Philadelphia Phillies.
Dang it.
2006. Another teammate, Tony, at some point? Trying to think.
Yes.
You and Ryan
quickly.
Howard, played together. So
2014.
Okay, so you got a couple of your old teammates on this list. Ryan Howard hit 58 of them in 2006.
Oh.
Scraby, you're now trailing 7-6, and you have a strike, but it's your turn. Who you got? You need a 50 home run season here. There are some pretty good ones left.
What about Big Pappy?
Big Pappy. I like it. If it's correct, I really like it.
It's not on the list.
54 and 206. Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Big Pappy did it the same year that Ryan Howard did it. They both did it in 2006. Very good, Scraby. We're tied at 7. 9 correct answers remaining. Tony Gwynn Jr.'s turn. 7-7 tie. The Fantabulous Sports Game Show rolling on here.
Yeah, just reset the topic?
Yes, you're right. 50 home run seasons in Major League Baseball since 1990. That's the line of demarcation here. Tony Gwynn Jr.
Go with a couple different ones. Let's go with a more recent one. Let's go with Matt Olson.
Matt Olson did it for the Braves a couple of years ago, 2023. Actually, we've had a person each of the last 3 years. Matt Olson, 2023, Shohei Ohtani, 2024, and Cal Raleigh this season. Matt Olson is correct, and that gives Tony an 8-7 lead. With 8 correct answers remaining, Scraby racking his brain. He's got 1 strike. I will tell you there are at least a couple of really big ones on here, Scrabe. I'm not trying to throw you off, but there are. It's getting to be slimmer pickings for sure. Some of these are pretty tough. So I will tell you that. But there's at least one I know you could.
I'm just going through my TV baseball cruise right now. A-Rod.
TV baseball. Why did you go through TV baseball?
Because they would
cruise?
only have people that are really good at the game on their shows.
I mean, you could have ended up with,
I knew Derek Jeter didn't hit 50 home runs. So.
But A-Rod did. He did it 3 times, as a matter of fact. He did it in 01, 02, and 07. Twice with Texas, once with the Yankees. Very good, Scraby.
Thank you.
Tied it back up, 8-8. There are 7 correct answers remaining. I have a feeling Tony probably could get all 7 in his sleep the way things are going, but we'll see. It's your turn, Mr. Gwynn Jr.
Let's dial it all back to 1990, where the other fielder, Cecil Fielder, hit
How about
50 homers.
Yeah, he was the one that kind of broke the seal.
On that one for a little bit.
Cecil Fielder ended up with 51 home runs. You talk about the pressure, though. Remember, nobody had done this in 13 years when he got to 50, and Cecil was at 49 going into the last.
I think Foster was the last guy before him, right?
Right. Foster in 77. Then you had to go back to Roger Maris and Willie Mays in the mid-60s. So it had been like 35 years and only one guy had done it. And Fielder was on 49 going into the last day of the season. He hit a pair at I believe at Yankee Stadium, too, for Detroit. Cecil did it. Prince did it. And as Tony is pretty well aware, one of the strangest statistics in baseball history, they both finished with the same number of career home runs.
It's quite crazy.
That is crazy.
It's almost as crazy as your dad getting his 2,000th and 3,000th hit on the same day.
That's pretty crazy, for sure. All right, 9-8. Tony's got the lead. Scraby, it's getting serious. You got 6 correct answers remaining. I'm going to give you huge thumbs and props. You get any of these 6. They're not impossible, but I think they're difficult.
Go with a big bopper from the last couple of years.
Big bopper?
Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez was, I think, a pretty good guess, but it's not going to be correct. I'm sorry. That's going to be your second strike.
50.
Yordan did not get 50. So it is strike 2 for Scraby. 6 correct answers remaining. Tony Gwynn Jr. to extend the lead.
The guy who once was yelling from the dugout, pointing to his bicep in the early 1990s, went by the name of Albert Bell.
I definitely know who Albert Bell is, but wouldn't have guessed that.
If anybody can get, what was Albert Bell's name when he broke into baseball? Anybody? He changed it to Albert. I think that was his middle name, or the other name was his middle name. He was originally,
or something?
Yeah, no, he was originally Joey Bell.
Joey Bell?
Yeah, look it up. He was Joey Bell for just a little while.
Hey.
I don't think I'd call him that. He'd probably slam me into the ground. He seemed like a very ornery guy.
Hey, Joey Bell, just go down and Joey Bell will take care of you.
Hey, Joey. He had 50 home runs in 1995. That was a shortened season, by the way. Albert Bell was hammering the ball for sure. Tony leads 9-7. Scraby, it's almost a hopeless situation, I'm sorry to say. You need one here or the game is over. I will tell you that everyone remaining except for one guy is at least 20 years ago.
All right, I'm going to guess one that you guys will probably never think I knew his name.
All right, let's see if it's right.
Adam Dunn.
Adam Dunn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Donkey.
Hadn't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's because I didn't put him down on the list last night. He's not quite
on
there.
I knew it was. I knew it, but his one season in Cincinnati, I heard about maybe 5,000 times when I lived there for 6 months.
Adam Dunn had some big home run years, but never made the 50 mark. That is the ball game. Straby has gone down, but it was really a very good effort, Scraby. This was not your category.
I'm done with effort points, okay?
I knew this would be a tough one today, but I thought in the wake of Cal Raleigh last night, it might be fun to look back at some of the other guys. There are, I think, 5 correct answers remaining. Tony, do you want to name them all, or what do you want to do here? I'll let you look really good.
Try. Brady Anderson.
Brady Anderson is from your hometown.
Look, I have him.
You had him. He's from your hometown, Scraby. Carl's bad boy.
I didn't know that.
Brady Anderson
did we get I think Luis Gonzalez.
2001 had a big one, 57 homer year. You got 3 left, Tony.
What about the Big Hurt?
Big Hurt didn't make it.
I think the nicest man in the Hall of Fame, Jim Thome, was on there.
Jim Thome. He's just reeling them off. There's 2 left, Tony. If you get them, then
are they old school guys?
Oh, you know who one it was? Who was a peer of mine? Another Oriole, Chris Davis.
Chris Davis, before he started striking out every at bat, did it in 2013.
I can't think who else was on there.
The only one you didn't name, Tony, in 2005, 51 home runs for the greatest player ever to come out of Curacao or Haiti or
Jerks and Profar?
Oh, Andrew Jones.
Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones was the other one. Very good. The Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Tony gets it. Hope everybody enjoyed a little bit of a trip down memory lane there with the home run hitters, more Gwynn and Chris, and Chris versus the fans is next. 833-288-0973. Friday time, and time for our regular Friday visit. And today we bring in Gavin Sheets from the Padres as the Padres get set to start the 3-game series tonight against the St. Louis Cardinals. Gavin Sheets last joined us at spring training. I don't know if you remember that particular interview, Gavin, sitting out there by the benches, but you know, we were really impressed, and we really couldn't wait to see you play. But really at that time, I don't think anybody was totally expecting what has happened since that time, which is, you having a great season and, putting yourself squarely in the middle of what the Padres have accomplished this year. So congratulations to you, and just talk a little bit about, what this season has meant to you so far.
Yeah. I think that, obviously I do remember that conversation we had out there in completely different times. And I think that, kind of when I was talking to you then too, it was just, looking back at this off season, the things I wanted to accomplish, the places I wanted to go. And, I wanted a new change of scenery where the excitement was there and where the goal was to win a World Series. And I think, you look now, we're at August 1st, and, at this point right now, I've matched some career highs. And I think that after we saw what happened yesterday, I think that the goal of winning a World Series is right in front of us.
Yeah. Gavin Sheets joins us here, Padre outfielder, DH. He's kind of done a little bit of everything for the Pods. And Gavin, let's talk about the process, because we knew from having that conversation in spring training what your goals were, the things you kind of wanted to accomplish. But I know as you go through the season, you kind of have to be able to be flexible in how you are going to manage all of this. You've had times where you've been hot, you've cooled, gotten back hot. What has that process been like for you, sticking with it through some of the ups and downs you've had?
Yeah, I mean, it's the beautiful thing of baseball is no matter how hot you are, how cold you are, you got to come to the ballpark the next day and do it again. And being an everyday guy for the first time in my career has been incredible. And I think you learn how to handle those things, and you kind of learn on the fly. And you battle with soreness and all this stuff that goes on, and showing up to the ballpark every single day and bringing it, and dealing with slumps, dealing with hot streaks, and I've just enjoyed every second of it. Obviously, the roles might change a little bit going forward, but whatever it is, and whatever I need to do, and the goal and the work ethic and all that still stays the same going forward.
Gavin, you knew that you could come here and be a big contributor, and you told us that, and you had us believing. I imagine that everyone was confident in your ability, when they put you in the lineup opening day. But how much did it mean to you personally, and in terms of feeling a part of things, to get that home run on opening day, just contribute right off the bat, kind of signal to everybody that, I'm going to be around to help this club this year?
Yeah, that was I couldn't have scripted a better start. Obviously, that was about as cool as it gets. I hit a home run in the playoffs in 21, and that was about as close as, if not better, a feeling than I've ever had in my career. So that was just incredible. I mean, obviously playing in front of this home crowd and getting the first taste of it that day, and to be able to produce like that was a pretty special welcome to San Diego, to say the least.
Gavin, obviously we got a chance to chat with your dad, Larry, out in Philadelphia. He was out on the field. And I imagine for him, as it was for my dad, watching you is probably much harder than it was for him to be on the field. How much has he enjoyed getting a chance to see your success and get to be an everyday player through most of this year so far?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, he stresses out more watching me than when he played, for sure. But he's thoroughly enjoyed it. He's thoroughly enjoyed watching the brand of baseball we play, the way we go about our business, and obviously being a contributing factor to that has made it enjoyable for him. He can't stand the West Coast time zone. He said he's losing a lot of sleep because of it, but he's thoroughly enjoying every second of it.
Friday time, and time for our regular Friday visit. And today we bring in Gavin Sheets from the Padres, as the Padres get set to start the 3-game series tonight against the St. Louis Cardinals. Gavin Sheets last joined us. And
I think he's kind of a mouth.
Oh my gosh, what does that mean?
He just says a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with.
All right. I'm going to move on from this as fast as possible.
Number 2. It's time to get you up to speed on all things sports. Yes! With plenty of nonsense in between.
Oh, look! Here comes our fearless producer!
Gwynn and Chris starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we head into the 4 o'clock hour. Welcome to it. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr., and Matt Scraby. Gwynn and Chris on 97.3 The Fan. Tony's in Seattle getting ready for tonight's broadcast. He joins us at the bottom of the hour from T-Mobile Park. We'll have our Big Five at that time. The Big Five is going to be short. One really big story today because Scraby just simply did not want to talk about it.
I don't.
Unfortunately, he doesn't get total control of the microphone. So
I don't like this.
I mean, I don't think you have to mention it.
No, we don't.
I mean, it's almost as if it's being reacted. The reaction to this news, like around the country, maybe even worldwide, seems to be like as big as like an asteroid heading for Australia. Like, we've got to mention this. So
the people are freaking out about it.
People are getting a little crazy. The Chiefs wrote in their tweet.
Do you want to tell everybody?
Yeah, I will in a second.
Okay.
The Chiefs said today is a fairy tale.
Okay.
The NHL said it's a love story.
The NHL did.
Yeah, the U.S. Open tennis said, I want to be your end game.
Oh, my goodness. We're really doing this,
The Florida
people?
Panthers said, looks like we're not the only ones getting a ring this year.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, and on it goes.
Look at all those social media accounts trying to glom onto their attention.
News. By the way, maybe you can explain what this means. The Golden State Warriors tweeted, all right, nah. I don't quite know what that means, but I'm sure that's an inside joke that I don't know about.
Not smart enough.
The Atlanta Hawks say it happened. It sure did. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged.
Oh, Travis Kelce, I guess, says, all right, nah.
That's his big saying thing. Anyway, Travis and Taylor, yep, it's official. It's been rumored for a while. They announced it today. So
I wish the best for them. I really do, but I don't know that we need.
I don't think you wish the best for them.
I do.
Really don't.
I do.
I don't think you do.
I don't care if they.
I don't think you do.
They
I think you'd love
actually
it.
look.
I think you would love it if you heard the news like in mid-season that Travis Kelce had been torn apart because Taylor Swift was discovered having an affair with Lil Nas X or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Little Nas X.
I don't know if you saw the latest on this.
Yeah,
guy.
he was found naked or something, running down the street.
Running down the street naked the other night, just walking down the street in the middle of the night.
You know what? I don't hope for them to get divorced or anything like
good.
that. I just don't think I needed it.
You just don't want all the news.
All of my phone was CNN.
Yeah,
Fox News, Washington Post, Yahoo Sports.
I know. I got off the golf course today. My wife, I called, checked in. She goes, did you hear the big news? I mean, I thought something. I thought we'd all been given a grant check for $100 million.
Oh, that would be nice.
I was like, what? What is the great news?
Brandon says,
I was honestly disappointed when she told it to me. I'm like, that's it?
Did Josh Allen's engagement make it? No, it didn't.
Yeah,
and the reason is because Haley Steinfeld isn't the top pop star in the world.
Taylor Swift,
which I think is wrong. I think is wrong.
All right. Well, the sports world is a flutter today with the news of Travis Kelce's engagement. So we'll let everybody in on that as we get to today's round of Chris versus the fans.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I might just make that a trivia question.
What's that?
The marriage.
Well, I mean, the biggest story in the world now is going to be where and when. So that'll be next. I mean, we're gonna have to, and then when
it's got to be it.
And then it's
got to be Arrowhead, right?
When will the child? You think Taylor Swift's gonna want to get married in a football stadium? I don't think so. I'm gonna think Taylor's gonna be.
What do you mean?
That.
What do you mean? All right. You're going to be qualified for a grand prize, a 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas, plus VIP admission to IU Day Club and $175 food and beverage credit. You can, I lost my place. Celebrate summer with a 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas. Dine poolside at one of the 5 unique pool experiences in the 5.5-acre pool complex, the largest elevated pool deck on the Las Vegas Strip, and experience IU Day Club, a stunning oasis inspired by the idyllic islands of Southeast Asia, where the ultimate party concepts transform the weekend into a never-ending summer. Special summer rates available now at rwlasvegas.com, now offering no resort fees and complimentary parking. The rules: you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. And finally, if you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you will get that question for free today. All right, let's start with, you know what? Gilberto. Hello, Gilberto.
Hola, muchachos, ¿cómo están?
Muy bien, gracias. You must be feeling pretty good right now.
Actually, I do. I think we're having a great season, and
I'm looking forward to meeting the Padres in the NLCS.
Oh, okay.
I hope you're right, Gilberto. Gilberto's a Dodger fan with respect for the Padres.
Yes, correct. So we allow it.
we mentioned that to all who don't know. And you know, I will say this. The Dodgers and Padres are not going to play each other again unless it's in the NLCS. They're most likely going to be on different sides of the playoff draw. So,
well, that would be nice.
That would be pretty fun.
That would be some storylines.
That would be 7 games of knockdown drag out.
I don't know if I'd be able to handle it.
It would be a lot.
All right, Gilberto, here we go. Question number 1. Which pitcher did Cal Raleigh hit his 50th home run off of last night?
Sears.
Sears
JP
is
Sears.
correct. All right, question number 2. Let's see. The Mariners have 4 guys who have 20 or more home runs hit with the team this year.
With the team.
Yeah, so Suarez does not count. Eugenio Suarez. I'm just going to give that to everybody. Cal Raleigh, and there are 3 other guys. You have to name 2 of them, Gilberto.
I think one is Garver.
Garver, he says.
Garver.
Someone guess. Keep guessing.
And
Gilberto.
I'll go with J.P. Crawford.
J.P.
Crawford. Stay there, Gilberto.
The Dumpers won, but
he
you already
count.
told me that.
Yeah.
Polanco's won because you told me earlier that he had 20 home runs. So I know Polanco.
He's had 33 in a season.
The great Jorge Polanco. I know. They're dusting off a spot.
Now you know how I feel when you jumped all over me about Pete Crow Armstrong.
They're dusting a spot on the Hall of Fame off there for Jorge Polanco. One more Mariner with 20 home runs this year. Trying to go through their lineup. Julio Rodriguez has got to have 20. I'll say Julio Rodriguez. Yeah.
Sorry,
about that,
Gilberto. Thank you for calling.
Who's the other one? Is it? It wasn't Garber. I bet it's Rosarena.
Rosarena is the one right there.
Yeah. Sorry, Gilberto. All right. Good to hear from you as always, my friend.
Yes, glad
Hola,
you're doing
muchacho.
well. Hola, muchacho.
He's the nicest guy.
Yes, he is.
Okay,
let's
next.
go to John.
Hey.
Hello, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. It's actually Ryan. My dad's name's Sean.
All right.
Oh, let me put Ryan in there.
Dad's phone. Okay.
All right, Ryan, are you ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was funny, Chris. Here's question number 1. Gritty is the viral mascot of which NHL team?
Who was it?
Gritty. He's a big name, I must say, but it's possible you may not know of Gritty.
Flyers?
What did you say?
Philadelphia Flyers?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you came up with it.
He's really the only mascot I know from the NHL.
Pretty much, yeah. There must be a few more, but Gritty
There has to be,
seems to have...
Gritty looks like the AM/PM guy.
Gritty looks like he could use... He looks a tad disheveled.
Well, that's, I think, the point.
I know.
All right, here we go. Question number 2. It's an NFL question. Which running back had the most total touchdowns on the season last year?
Saquon.
No. Stay there.
Well, I got to go through the leaders in fantasy points last year, and Bijan had a bunch, and boy, it could be a bunch of guys. Scraby, what total touchdowns?
Total touchdowns.
Jahmyr Gibbs, my guess. Sorry.
That was crazy.
I knew Jahmyr Gibbs led all running backs in fantasy points because we did that in our.
Yep. He had 20 touchdowns.
He had 20 touchdowns, huh?
I think he had 4 receiving, 16
And
rushing.
how many did Montgomery take away from him?
A lot.
Right? Because Montgomery gets a lot of those carries on the goal line.
He sure does.
Yeah.
A lot, actually.
Yeah.
All
right.
Where's Montgomery? Montgomery was 12th. He had 12 touchdowns last year.
So the two of them had 32?
That's crazy.
Combined.
That is crazy.
That's a lot.
All right, let's go to our next contestant. We're going to go to Evan in La Mesa.
Hi, Evan.
Hello, Evan.
Good afternoon, fellas.
Good afternoon. Here we go. Question number 1.
Pleasure to have you with us.
Jorge Polanco has played for 2 teams in his career, the Mariners, and what other American League team?
I'm pretty sure that was the Twins.
The Twins is correct.
He got it.
Nice job.
All right, let's spend a little time on Jorge Polanco. All right, he's from the Dominican Republic. He's 32 years old.
Question number 2.
People love this guy all of a sudden.
Coming into today, which American League starting pitcher has the most strikeouts in baseball
Jorge
this
Polanco.
year? That would be fun.
No, he's not a pitcher.
You still American League pitcher?
Yeah.
Yes.
Leads baseball in strikeouts.
I'll go with Skubal, I guess.
Skubal.
Winner, I believe.
Correct.
Yep. Skubal had 12 last night to take over the lead.
He did.
Okay.
Question number 3. You get this right or Chris gets it wrong, and you're qualified for that trip to Las Vegas. Let's see here. What team has scored the most runs against the Padres in a single game this season?
This season.
I know the Cubs beat us pretty bad. I'll go with Chicago.
Go
Cubs. Stay there, Evan.
I thought they had a bad loss in there a few weeks ago, but I can't remember it offhand.
The breathing into the.
I hope it's not the Dodgers. They beat them hard.
Everybody's hearing him lose his mind.
I don't remember. It was some Blue Jays. Oh, I pulled it out.
Did you cheat?
I didn't. No, I don't. There's no need to. Really.
All right, we have to go to tiebreaker.
What was the score?
14-0.
That's right. Yeah.
Gosman pitched.
Sorry about that. I stole that away from somebody.
You know what we're gonna do?
Came to me at the last second for sure. You got to go with Jorge Polanco as your.
Oh well, no, you've been looking at
guy.
his stats this whole time. I'm gonna go with Kevin Gosman.
Kevin Gosman. Okay.
He was right there.
Random player today. Kevin Gosman for the tiebreaker.
All right, let's go to I don't even know. Andres, is that Andres? Are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right.
Andres.
Have you ever played the tiebreaker before?
I have not played the tiebreaker. Actually, I'm a first-time player.
Okay, save that for next time.
Save that for next time. You will get to use that next time you play. But tiebreaker, Scraby will ask me a number question having to do with the pitcher, Kevin Gosman. I'll give you the answer, but it won't be the right answer.
So you're going to guess whether or not the actual answer is higher or lower than what Chris guessed.
Correct.
Crease.
So you got to get it right. You got a 50-50 shot.
All right. How many strikeouts in Kevin
in his
Gosman's career? He's played
how many
13.
Years? 13 years, about 150 a year. That's 1,950.
1,950.
Giving him 150 Ks a year.
Over or under is the what's the actual answer?
The actual number, is it over, higher, or lower than 1,950?
Let's go under.
He goes under.
Correct.
He got it.
Nice job.
All right. Very good.
All right.
Andres.
Stay right there. I'm going to come get you,
Andres.
Andres, in the break. But
you're a winner even before you've actually played your first time.
That's true.
Because your official first time will be the next time you call in.
You did a really good job. He has a career 1,914. So you were very close. 36 off, maybe.
All right, Andres got it. He wins the tie break. We get a break. We got a little U.S. Open tennis, Coco Golf in action tonight, some baseball around the big leagues. We'll keep you up to date with all that as Gwynn and Chris continues, and the Big Five coming up at the bottom of the hour. Big Five with a whole bunch of stuff. 25 minutes worth of material.
You guys were doing good today.
Ahead. Chris Ello, Tony Gwynn Jr. I got something for this. Later on in the program, we have apparently we have come to the discovery of the source of the new nickname for our professional soccer team. We will give the inventor credit.
Yes, we should.
Later in the program. A little later in the program, not now. Right now, we tell you about this story. Do you know what the most expensive sports collectible of all time is, Scraby?
It's probably something really dumb, like a piece of gum from Babe Ruth.
No, it was from Babe Ruth, though. That's pretty good.
His jockstrap?
Babe Ruth's 1932 World Series jersey, in which he was wearing when he called the home run shot at Wrigley Field.
All right, that's pretty famous.
Okay, a year ago, that jersey sold for $24.12 million.
Wow.
Yesterday, the second most expensive collectible in sports history was sold. Do you know what it was? First
I
of
have
all,
not seen this. What's for?
It's worth $12.932 million.
Wow.
It breaks the record for the most ever paid for a sports card.
See, this is where it loses me.
It is the Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant 2007-8 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection Dual Logo Man card, autographed by both Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
All right.
Here's a shot of the card. If you maybe I don't know how to. You can find the story and then you can maybe send it to people or send it out so people can look at the card. It's pretty cool looking. It's got the NBA logo. It's got the gold NBA logo. It's got Jordan. It's got Kobe on it. It's got a piece of, I guess, their uniforms on the card. And then it's signed on both sides. It came in a pack of cards, 2007 and 8. Each pack. Okay, Upper Deck released this. The set was called Exquisite, and they charged $500 per pack of cards.
Wow.
You got 5 cards. Now, one of the other cards that came out of this grouping was a $5.2 million LeBron James rookie card, but this one breaks the record. $12.9 million. The Kobe Michael Jordan basketball Upper Deck card. So
I would prefer
there you go.
To buy an island instead of
a right.
$12.9
million seems like a lot for a card, but there it is.
Autographs mean nothing to me unless I was the one collecting the autograph.
You know what's interesting to me is I have a Sports Illustrated cover at home that is framed, not signed by anybody, but it's Kobe guarding Michael. And I just like it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good shot. Both of them are in it. You know, I think it's great. It was a real Sports Illustrated cover. I get as much joy out of that as I probably would with this, except for the fact this is worth $12.9 million.
Did you see that Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, is part of the group that purchased the card? So this is more of like an investment than it is.
Can I just say that I really don't think Mr. Wonderful is all that wonderful? But
no,
yeah, go ahead. We'll move on from him.
But
anyway,
he's a part of the
I didn't know
group.
he was part of the group. But yeah, there you go. I like to keep people up to date in the collectible world. $12.9 million. And of course, Upper Deck is his long ago, at least, was a San Diego.
I think it still is.
Company. I think it still is. So good on Upper Deck for creating this card. By the way, if you're working at Upper Deck and you're one of the people who created this card, you may want to create another one
and send it my way.
Send it out. Because $12.932 million is pretty good. Although it'd be really, unfortunately, obviously not going to be able to get autographs ever again. So I think that certainly added to it. All right, more Gwynn and Chris coming up. Big Five. One note on the Big Five. Tony had to do some other things up in Seattle. So we recorded the Big Five a while ago. It's all up to date, except for the fact we talk about Wilson Contreras in this Big Five. You may have seen him go a little crazy last night.
A little.
During the Cardinal game. When we talked about it, he had not yet received the 6-game suspension he has since received. So keep that in mind as you get traffic and hear today's Big Five edition.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, a 15-minute drive through oil change. Got a few things going on here. One of them is this crash on southbound at 5 right before Dairy Mart Road. Appears to be blocking the slow lane, and an accident on the Hamashaw on-ramp to southbound 125. In the North County, crash is cleared from the Jefferson Street on-ramp to East 78. Northbound 15 before Rainbow Valley. Accident involving a motorcycle. It's been cleared into the center divide, but watch out for some debris reported across lanes. Before you hit the beach, the mountains, or even the 5 this Labor Day weekend, be road trip ready with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. No appointment needed. Stay in your car while they change your oil and check your tires, battery, and fluids. Coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. And Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Nativa Interiors. This Labor Day weekend, 2 iconic design companies are joining forces for a warehouse sale. Join Nativa Interiors and Hold It Contemporary Home in Miramar for huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and outdoor furnishings. Call or text for more details at 619-215-6893. All right, we're going to get right into it because I think we got some juicy topics today, guys.
Number 5.
Juicy. And Jackson Merrill, I was reading this morning, is expected to return to the team against the Twins this weekend. He said he's feeling better, said he's been lifting weights, no baseball activity, which is not the big deal here, or there's no real big deal here. Tony, do you think they absolutely need to bring him back this weekend?
Do they absolutely
need to bring him back?
I don't know if it's an absolute, but they would like to have him back for sure. And let me keep it to Kevin. I think they like to have him back at the level that he was going, last year and at certain points this season, for sure. Either way, you get him back, it lengthens your lineup, even if he's not that version. So, yes, is it a must that they bring him back this weekend? I don't necessarily think that, but I think they want him back, and it would be a nice addition to the lineup.
Chris, do they absolutely need to bring him back this weekend?
The same way they absolutely need to win the game tonight or else. Not the same amount, Scraby.
All right.
The bottom line, yes, it'd be very nice to win tonight. It'd be very nice for the Dodgers to lose tonight, and it'd be very nice to get Jackson Merrill back in the lineup this weekend. Ramon Laureano has done really well in center field. I mean, he saved a grand slam. He's done everything you could ask. You wonder, had Jackson Merrill been in there, if that ball last night would have been caught in short right center? Probably not. But my point being, Ramon Laureano is better in left field. Jackson Merrill is better in center. You want your best defense. You want your best possible lineup. You want to make a run at this with the best troops you got, and he's one of the best troops.
All right. Good answers.
Number 4.
St. Louis Cardinals designated hitter. Did you guys see this whole thing with Wilson Contreras yesterday?
He lost it.
He lost his cool, and that's an understatement. After striking out against the Pirates, which was a strike. The pitch he was complaining about was a strike. The incident took place in the bottom of the 7th inning as the Cardinals held a 6-5 lead with a runner on first and Contreras at the plate with 1 out. Here is what happened next.
Or was it Wilson Contreras? I think it was Contreras walking away. He certainly continued to look back. He's saying he didn't say anything. Now he's saying all those things he said he didn't say. He's got to hold him back.
And he's screaming. He's angry. I can read a couple of those words.
Can you read lips in Spanish?
No, I don't think he was screaming in Spanish. Anyway, that's what happened last night. And then someone threw a bucket of bubble gum on the field.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
One of my favorite things about the whole thing.
Something tells me there was more to that than just one pitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally.
Okay.
Totally. But for people who can watch the video, Contreras ended up, as he was being held and taken back towards the dugout, he ended up throwing his bat back towards the ump as he was being restrained, and the bat hit a Cardinals coach in the face. So here's my question, Chris. If Victor Robles gets 10 games for throwing a bat at a pitcher, should Wilson Contreras get 10 games for throwing a bat intended to hit the umpire?
I didn't see the same vigor behind his toss. Maybe
Victor Robles wanted to hurt the man.
Victor Robles tried to helicopter that bat out there, a la, our guy Dagoberto Campaneris.
Oh, yes.
But no, I didn't see the same. I was just watching it again here for the second time. I mean, first I find it kind of entertaining. He probably deserves a bit of a suspension just for creating that kind of a ruckus. But I've always wondered, Tony, and maybe you've thought of this, maybe not. What would happen if they just let him go? Right? They're holding him back. He looks like he wants to tear the umpire in two.
That's a good point.
You always kind of wonder,
do that.
if they let him go, what would happen? Right? Is he really going to tackle the umpire? So he was certainly angry. It must have had to do with more than just one pitch. Because you're right, that last pitch that you got mad at looked like a strike on the
bottom of the zone.
Bottom of the zone. So it must have been kind of an all-night thing.
Yeah,
I got to give him maybe
he's been involved in some incidents this year.
He has, but I give him a 1-game ruckus suspension.
Really?
Yeah.
1 game.
Yeah.
A 1-game ruckus suspension.
A ruckus suspension.
I think he at least gets 5 games for throwing the bubble gum on the
he's going to get.
Oh, did he throw the bubble gum? I thought somebody threw the bubble gum.
I don't know. Tony,
Okay.
what do you think?
It was most likely him.
Okay.
And I think it would be hilarious to announce that, due to the ruckus penalty, he'll have to be suspended 3 games this season.
You think 3 games is
3
what he's
games
going to
for
get?
Ruckus. Okay.
I mean, what would Robles got? What, 10?
He got 10, but he's
What did he
appealing,
get?
so
Well, he's going to get 10. Or if it gets dropped to 5, fine. I agree with Chris. He didn't have. It wasn't like that was like a show throw. Like I want to show I'm mad throw. Whereas Robles,
a fake guy throw.
right. Like I don't really want to throw the bat at you, but I want to show you how angry I am. So the fact that I am thinking about throwing the bat makes you know how angry I am, and then and I'll throw some gum on the field too to put a little icing on the cake.
Gum was kind of fun. I mean, I got actually Andre Dawson. Gum's pretty good. I think Andre Dawson might have the most famous one when he grabbed about 7 or 8 bats at a time and just kept throwing them out there.
He was throwing them out.
Maybe like 10 handfuls of bats. Like he was going to get his bats out on the field. That's
I think
fun.
Gum is funnier because
it's
you
harmless.
got to pick up each individual piece, right? Like it'd be better to throw it like right at the umpire, so like all of the gum is like around there.
Just showers him in gum.
This guy's got to go out and pick up each individual piece, and takes a little bit longer.
I know that. I know it's a ruckus thing, but I think baseball honestly needs more fun like this. I find it to be fun. Managers yelling at umpires yelling back. I think it's fun theater as long as nobody throws a bat and actually hits somebody in the head. Now you're being silly, but I think it's kind of fun theater. And Contreras certainly provided some fun theater because he was really animated.
Tony, what you got to say?
I forgot what I was going to say.
No. Is this? Let me ask one more quick question about this. Is this embarrassing towards the rest of the players in Major League Baseball? Are they like looking at Wilson Contreras being like, dude, what is wrong with you? Like kind of like we would look at another radio person and say that?
What you have to realize is everyone on that field has that in them at some point.
That is true.
Some guys get there a lot more often than others. But in my experience, at least, every single player has that kind of snap in them somewhere along the lines. And for a guy like Contreras, he wears that. That's kind of like part of him, who he is. That's what makes him good. Some guys, the manager that just got fired from the Reds, we used to talk about all the time, Bell.
Oh, David Bell.
David Bell. The same way. Like the dude was like the quietest dude ever, but when he got there, it was epic. It was like something you didn't want to miss. So I think everybody's capable of it. So nobody really looks at him like, he's too crazy. But yeah, I mean, his was over the top for sure.
Yeah, that was all very fun.
Number 3.
1 out, nobody on, no score first inning. 3-2 again, the pitch. And Raleigh hits it in the air, deep down the left field line, headed towards the pole and gone. Cal Raleigh with number 50, his third in the last 2 days. JP Sears and the Padres become a part of a historic season for Cal Raleigh right here, right now.
All right, so yes, you heard it. Cal Raleigh hit his 50th home run last night. By the way, do you guys see my slick producer skills over here? Clicking one button and then clicking another button at the same time. You guys need to praise me more.
People that are
skills.
People that are good at it.
You usually fumble that, so we don't usually get to see that completion. But
the other
did a
part
good
is
job today.
people that know what they're doing just do it. People that are, they don't have to call attention to it.
Wow.
Also true.
Wow,
also very
that
true.
was harsh.
Did you like how I leaned into the microphone and spoke?
Cal Raleigh,
doing what you're supposed to do,
is now 4 homers shy of tying the record for I mean, they're going to see it on the video. They're going to see the skills that I just displayed on the video.
Then you shouldn't have had to say anything.
I need to point it out every once in a while. Tony's dying right now. Cal Raleigh is 4 homers shy of tying the record for most by a switch hitter, which is Mickey Mantle in 1961, and 6 shy of tying Seattle's record of Ken Griffey Jr. in 97 and 98. He became the first player in history to homer at least 20 times from both sides of the plate in the same season, and he joined Griffey as the only players in team history to reach 50. So, Tony, is Cal Raleigh's season being overlooked by the rest of baseball? I'm talking about media coverage.
Probably. I mean, my man's got 50, and we're in August still. So my guess is if he gets, I don't know what his average is. If he gets to like 10 homers in this next month, the conversation is going to start to pick up a little bit more. I mean, I imagine he's got a good chance the way he's swinging the bat right now. I do think it's not being talked about enough, specifically because of the position that he's playing. And I get he's DH some, but he certainly has DH 70% or caught 70% of the time this year. So he's doing a majority of this from the catching position, and that in itself is historic. I mean, you just don't see too many guys at his position doing not just hitting, but also defending. He's like a two-way guy. And so, yeah, I do think his story is getting a little overlooked right now.
Chris,
and maybe that's also because he's in Seattle.
That's immediately what I thought. But Chris, what do you think about this?
Well, somebody wake the people up in New York and on the East Coast. I mean, this guy's having one of the greatest seasons any catcher has ever had. Johnny Bench never hit 50 home runs. Johnny Bench is easily the greatest catcher of all time. It's like a 100% vote. But Johnny Bench never did this. And Cal Raleigh's got a platinum glove, not just a gold glove. So he's like the Fernando version of American League defensively. And he's catching a staff and calling a game and doing it from both sides of the plate. And he's going to break records that are held by Mickey Mantle and by Ken Griffey Jr. Right. And maybe even break a record that's held by Aaron Judge, who has already been handed the MVP award, in my mind, totally unfairly. I think what Cal Raleigh is doing is historic, is only the beginning to explain how hard what he's doing is. But the fact that everybody goes to bed after Judge goes 2 for 4 and then writes their story and files it, they don't see that Raleigh's doing what he's doing on the West Coast. And yes, he's getting badly overlooked, and it's too bad. Because he's also a good guy from everything we were told yesterday by Ryan Divich, who covers the team.
Yep.
Said he's taken this all in stride. I mean, he's just been...
he said he doesn't think he'll ever change.
He's been great.
Which is a nice thing to
give
hear.
Give him credit.
All right.
Number 2.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers waived 449-pound rookie Desmond Watson, the heaviest player in NFL history, due to his inability to meet health and conditioning milestones required to actually start practicing. He was signed as an undrafted free agent with a 3-year contract with $50,000 guaranteed in that contract. His weight became a national story because he weighed in at 464 pounds at Florida's Pro Day. Wow. He was ultimately placed on the non-football illness list and is not expected to join the practice squad of the team. There are some that say the Bucs drafted him with his weight being known and his weight problems being known, and they should stick by him and continue to help him get into better shape. So, Chris, do the Bucs have a responsibility to help Desmond Watson get in shape?
I don't think so. Sounds to me like Desmond Watson got $50,000 just for weighing 464 pounds.
I would love to be this guy, right? You know, I wouldn't actually love to be this guy, but I could do this.
I don't think anybody wants to be this guy.
No, I don't want to be him. No.
Did the Buccaneers give him $50,000 for any other reason that he weighed this much?
They were saying that he was going to be a tush-push stopper.
Okay. Well, evidently
which is now a position.
Maybe he can't get his breath. Obviously he can't pass whatever physicals are necessary.
Yeah.
This is a pretty sad story. If you ask me, I hope somebody helps him. I don't think it's the Buccaneers' responsibility, though. I don't. I think it's his responsibility. It's a little bit of an annoyance I have in general. Everybody thinks they need help from somebody else. We do all need some help, but ultimately, it's on you.
I agree.
And, I'm sure there are a million factors as to why he weighs as much as he does, but I'm assuming most of it's on him as well.
Yes.
Sorry. That's kind of hardcore, but
I mean,
I don't mean it to be.
As an alcoholic,
it
was not someone feeding me drinks. It was me drinking the drinks. That was what needed to change. Tony, do the Bucs have a responsibility to Desmond Watson?
I don't think so. I think they drafted him. They gave him an opportunity, but he was just too far gone. It seems like in terms of being able to be in that kind of shape. I saw some of the photos of him like out there trying to knock that weight off. I don't know if that was consistent or not, but listen, when you get drafted to the professional realm, man, there's a level of expectation that you gotta uphold, and if you're not upholding it, you're not gonna get to be a part of it. And quite frankly, they gave him opportunity even though he was out of shape. That usually doesn't happen. You're not gonna get an opportunity.
That's
if
true.
you are.
He was an undrafted guy. I mean,
he clearly had some athleticism, because they wouldn't even bothered with it if that wasn't the case. But he didn't have that other gear, at least right now, to be able to get him where he needed to go.
Well, don't let Bob Brenly see this guy because he's going to make jokes.
Did you see the video? Bob Brenly?
I did not see
fat
the video.
shaming the new pitcher from the Reds.
Big sugar.
The Reds have a new reliever, is 275 pounds. He made his debut on Saturday in the Diamondback Reds game, and Steve Berthiaume, the play-by-play guy, said, he's had his family out here. It's his first game. They were down on the field before the game taking pictures, and Bob Brenly goes, hope they were using a wide-angle lens.
I'm not laughing at the joke. I'm laughing at the lack of feel.
Yeah, it's just laughing. Exactly.
Dude,
it's the same guy who's always in trouble with this stuff. So.
See, this is and Chris, this is not by any means directed at you, but this is what happens when some folks get a little older on television. They just don't have that filter ever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just not something you say on TV when somebody's family could be tuned into your specific station.
How about how many
major league debut
people watch the game just in general?
Come on, Bob. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
I can't believe it really hasn't made more of the rounds, Tony.
It was quick. And I think
give it some time.
Yeah. There's one thing you can't do, and that's you can't fat shame people. You can't call people names. You can't make fun of their appearance, or people will strike back.
I'm just saying, even if none of that was true, like calling somebody fat, like on their debut
during their debut,
you know their family is tuned in. Like this, he's probably been making these phone calls all day long. I'm gonna That's cold. That's
Best
cold,
day of
brother.
his life, and what we're going to remember from it is that
Bob Brenly
said,
Bob
"Wide
Brenly
angle
might be
lens."
the single worst reader of a room
I won't be
in baseball history.
I won't be surprised if there's an apology issued when this starts to really
Bob
catch
Brenly's
fire.
good at apologizing, so he should be used to
He's
it.
got it down now. He's got a template in his Google Docs.
Yeah.
All right, last one, non-sports related. You guys know I love billionaires. They're my favorite people in the world. I think they're great.
Who?
Billionaires.
Oh.
I love them. I think
right.
that they're amazing people. I'm being sarcastic.
I had to make sure I heard that right.
I'm being sarcastic. Billionaire Mark Zuckerberg has been rankling his neighbors in Palo Alto up there in the Bay Area as he works on expanding and modifying the 11 homes that he has purchased in the area. He also tried to start a school for his children, but that has since been canceled a little bit. But apparently this neighborhood just has construction 24/7. There's just there's no room for parking. Mark Zuckerberg has this compound in the middle of Palo Alto. Well, he wanted to smooth over tensions, and the New York Times said that Mark Zuckerberg gifted his next-door neighbors noise-canceling headphones as a peace offering. So, Tony's up first. Is this a nice gesture, or is Mark Zuckerberg laughing in our faces?
I mean, I'm sure he didn't go cheap on these noise canceling.
So the quality
headphones.
of the noise canceling headphones.
I'm just
Probably
saying,
didn't get the Walmart.
If he went
brand.
out, right? I'm just saying, this dude has access to some of the best stuff ever. I'm just saying, if he gave me some headphones and I went and put them on and I couldn't hear none of the stuff that I was complaining about, I might be all right.
I love your honesty.
I might try to get a few other things out of him too. I mean, at this point, he seems like he's in the mode of trying to make peace.
Yes. That's a good point.
We can
right now is the
push
time.
this a little bit further. I don't know. The school thing is wild. First of all, I'm glad that they
He wanted
were
his
able
own
to.
school for his own kids.
Yes, he did.
I'm glad they were able to kind of.
He literally is
put cold water in that.
Yeah,
what does he do? What kind of stuff is he building back there? What is
He's
he
building
doing
a
in this
bunch of
compound? Do we
different
know?
different pickleball courts. He's building luxurious houses for guests. He's building different pools because he wants to go swim in his one pool this day and then his next pool the other day.
Here's the other thing for you to specifically think about, Scraby, because this is really your type of subject. Do you hope you understand that the people who are actually complaining about this are also filthy rich?
Yes,
as well.
Yes.
And so, do you really care that they are their lives are a little bit inconvenienced?
They're probably the last people on earth who need free stuff. Is what Tony's saying.
You guys make fantastic points, and guess what?
I'm just saying that they all probably have pickleball courts in their backyards already. He's just trying to level up to where they are.
Yeah. This is a fantastic point.
Yeah.
I'm going to give my answer after Chris gives his answer. Whether or not it's a nice gesture or is he laughing in our faces?
Well, having grown up in Beverly Hills and seeing a lot of these people, he's laughing.
He's laughing. What a jerk he is! What a jerk!
It is my world. You're lucky I'm allowing you to live in it.
Man, this dude. I actually don't feel bad for any of these people after you guys brought up that point about them having their own pickleball court.
Sure, they're all doing fine.
I would have actually thought it was funny
man.
if he were to give them just generic earplugs or something like that.
I just like when really rich people are at each other's throats, arguing over stuff that isn't important.
I want my second pickleball court over here.
Exactly.
I don't know why everybody has to have an English accent.
Evidently, they do.
All right, that's it for the Big Five. We'll get you set for Game 2. Padres, Mariners, right here at 97.3 The Fan.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly
Oh, Fernando! Third of the inning for the Padres. A 2-run shot and a 4-1 lead as the drought comes to a close.
Ask and you shall receive, Jesse. You said he wanted to get in on the home run barrage, and he does anything you can do, I can do better.
That was Fernando Tatis Jr. last night. A big 2-run homer put the Padres in pretty good shape. At the time, 4-1 lead did not hold up. Seattle won the ball game 9-6. Game 2 of the series tonight. Dylan Cease looking for his first win of the year on the road against a pretty good Seattle team, I would say. Mariners have beaten the Padres all 4 meetings. so far this year. It was great to see Fernando, though, back in the home run column. I mean, he himself had to be wondering, like, how long is this drought going to be? I mean, a month, 132 plate appearances, 27 games, 32 days. That's a lot of nights putting your head on the pillow. You know what I mean? Like, okay, when am I going to hit one of these fastballs that they groove to me over the fence again? I used to do it quite often.
If he doesn't think about that before he goes to bed, then he's
not human.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean, because I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, lots of people are thinking about it.
I know they are.
And he's a guy who feeds off of the big play.
Well, I agree. And yes, he's doing a great job. His on-base percentage and the walks and not swinging at bad pitches and setting up the count. But I still think a powerful Fernando is a more dangerous Fernando.
For sure.
Moving forward, we'll see what happens tonight. Padres hit 4 home runs last night, lost. First time that's happened in 5 years. So let's just go ahead and hit 4 more home runs tonight, and we'll take our chances, Scraby.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, see what happens. Dodgers with the 1-game lead after they shut out the Reds last night. 7-0. Same meetings tonight. Dodgers host the Reds. Padres play in Seattle. Sam Levitt's pregame show is coming up. In about 15 minutes, NFL fans, stick around. Got all the latest news on big names that were cut today. A couple of injury designations that will change the way you put together your fantasy football team. And some other things of that nature for you NFL fans. A lot of names you'll recognize on the move today, one way or another. So we'll get you updated on that. As I said before the end of the show. But right now, Scraby, one move made by the Padres.
Yes.
Prior to the game tonight, JP Sears. I wonder if this is, just because they want to get another reliever in there, or is this going to be, no more JP Sears? What do you think? I don't know. He gets sent down and Alec Jacob comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know what this means. Jacob's another bullpen arm, which they need. But they're not going to go with a 4-man rotation. Some people think they might go with even. I read today that when Michael King comes back, and now Kevin Acee is saying that may not be for a week or so, but when he does come back, that the Padres could even go 6-man. I don't know why they would want to. JP Sears, short sample size, but to me, he hasn't been good enough to earn one of those even 6 spots.
I agree.
So
he's had 3 starts for the Padres, 2 of them suspect, one of them pretty good.
One of them, the results was good.
The result
was
good,
hit pretty hard, even though he got a bunch of outs. He hasn't done much for me yet, but that's not my call. I'd rather use Vasquez, frankly.
I would too. I've been a Vasquez fan all year. I know. We have come full circle, people.
I never thought I would say that on Vasquez, but I feel more comfortable with him at the moment.
Beginning next Monday, MLB teams are allowed to carry another pitcher and another position player. So for the final month of the regular season, you get 2 more roster
That's
spots.
Right. Very good. Yeah, September call-ups, as they say. Yeah, okay, that's good. I didn't think about that. I'm glad somebody mentioned that and got us up to date with that information. But for now, wasn't there another? No other roster.
I have Jackson. I have an update. Mike Schilt
Jackson Merrill was out playing some catch. I knew there was something else.
Mike Schilt talked to everybody about Jackson Merrill and Michael King. So
let's get the latest on them.
Let's start with Jackson and where he's at progression-wise. Is he doing any baseball activities? What's the latest on him?
No baseball activity. He's felt as good yesterday that he's felt since it's happened, and we're still in the process of evaluating.
Is it too early to anticipate him being back at some point in the Minnesota series?
We're not there yet. I mean, that's not to say it's too early, not to say it's too late. We just don't have that timeline for you.
Okay. How about Michael King? Where is he right now, and what's your anticipation of his timeline?
I think he's out in the outfield. Couldn't help it not. I think he's doing okay. He felt as good as he's felt. I talked to him a little while ago. He's playing catch today, and then we'll figure out what it looks like for him moving forward. But there's a good chance he's going to throw some kind of simulated game in the near future, but it really depends on how he plays catch and comes out today.
There he is, the man with no information at all, Mike Schilt.
I don't like how he said that about Jackson.
I don't mind. He's not. He just doesn't want to tell you.
Even if
he might. The way he answered that question, Jackson Merrill could be in the lineup tomorrow, practically, and he just doesn't want us to know.
Okay.
Or he could be on the lineup 2 weeks from tomorrow, and he just doesn't want us to know. The fact of the matter, he can't return until the weekend, right? Because he's on the IL.
Yeah.
Michael King was due. IL stint would have been over today, the 26th. So make of that what you will. You have to kind of figure it out yourself because they're not going to tell you, and nor do they feel the need.
It seems like,
but we have to ask.
Yes,
the media has to say, what's the latest on Michael King? And Mike Schilt has to give you a song and dance to tell you nothing.
Someone on the chat makes a good point.
So.
Well, they want to put a waiver claim in on Joe Ross, which I looked. Reliever.
Phillies?
Yep.
Okay.
And they also said bring back Vasquez and still Kyle Hart. Remember, Kyle Hart came in that one game and was in relief, and he pitched really well. So maybe Kyle Hart's a guy you could like. Would you rather have Kyle Hart or would you rather have JP Sears?
Right now, I'd rather have Vasquez.
I didn't give you that option.
I know, but I'm taking it.
Okay.
This is an online ranking of the top second baseman in Major League Baseball. Overall ranking. I haven't looked at this list yet. I'm revealing it one at a time. I just want to see where it comes down. Ketel Marte, number 1.
Okay.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Been really good.
Number 2. Bryce Terang. Brewers.
Oh, he's been really good.
I'm just reading them out as I see them. Number 3, Nico Horner, Cubs.
He's also been good.
Number 4, Gleyber Torres, Tigers.
All-star.
Oh, you know what? Why am I looking at second base? Never mind. Number 5, Jazz Chisholm. Number 6, Semien. I was looking at this to see where Arise ranked, but I forgot he's not playing second base anymore. So what am I wasting my time with?
So this whole time we've been talking about Arise. You're like, why is he not playing second?
No wonder people think he's not very good. He's out of position over there. He's playing way over toward the line. He shouldn't be that far over.
I do remember him saying to the media that he prefers playing second base over first base, but he'll go wherever they put him.
For those wondering, Jay Cronenworth, since I looked, is the 17th best second baseman.
See, the eye test tells me he's not the 17th best. It tells me that he's at least in the top 15. Ozzie Albies is having a terrible year. Is he?
I can't give you where Jorge Polanco is. I didn't even see him.
I don't even know if he is a second baseman. Shortstop and second baseman.
I'm trying to see who they have for the Mariners as their second baseman in the rankings. I'm only seeing one at a time. That's why it's taking me a moment.
You're clicking through the slideshow.
The slideshow.
Well, while you're clicking, Jorge Polanco has a 1.5 WAR this
He's the
year.
Greatest, I know. Hey, look, Adam already told me. Look, Adam trolled me today.
He did not.
He did too. He came in here and said he was trolling me today.
Oh.
And he trolled me last night.
No,
and he
didn't.
denied it.
No. Okay. Here's one thing we can't talk about. Chris took offense to Adam's quote unquote tone over text message,
right.
But there is no such thing as tone in text.
I got a tone. I got a tone last night. Fernando homered. We had talked about it yesterday. It's been a long time since Fernando homered. So he homered. Immediately, I look in my phone. There's a text from Adam to you and I.
Yeah.
Chris, I wonder how you're going to respond to that. I felt a tone.
And there was no tone. I did not take it that way.
There was a tone.
I would have told you if I felt like it was a tone.
And what I wrote back later was, my response will be that I'm glad to see Fernando finally hit a home run. What should my response be?
You said, what actually am I apologizing for?
Exactly. I don't see. He wrote as if I owed an apology because Fernando hit a home run. I was like, what do I have to apologize for?
Adam, I know where you're coming from.
Adam!
I know where you're coming from. He was just trying to, have fun.
Adam! It's serious now. There's 30 games to go with no more fun.
Oh, okay.
We can't have any more fun. We can't take another break though. You NFL fans, stick around. Stuff you need to know for your fantasy draft because there are roster cuts and injuries that need to be dealt with, and you need to know about it after traffic.
From the
Right yet. Got about 15 minutes left. Then Sammy Levitt with the Padre pregame show. A couple of quick baseball notes. You might have missed them today. Nathan Eovaldi, Texas, in the running for the Cy Young Award.
Yeah, he's having an amazing
great year. Had he pitched one more game, he would have qualified for the ERA lead in all of baseball.
Wow.
Guess what? Not going to pitch any more games. He's out for the season. Happened evidently after his last start. Rotator cuff strain. But 11-3, 1.7 ERA. No more Eovaldi.
It has been bad
That's
for
big.
the Rangers ever since they won the World Series.
That's okay. Like, would you take it?
See, that I've had this conversation
know.
before, and the answer is no.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Because there are people that are complaining about the Dodgers who won last year.
So what? Let them
There,
complain.
if the Padres win the World Series, there will be people in Game 4 next year complaining.
Don't care. Give me the one World Series. I will deal with what comes next. Jordan Alvarez is back with the Astros. He's been out since May 3rd. Big boost to the Astros who are trying to hold off the Mariners in the AL West. Jordan Romano has been a complete failure, disaster free agent signing for the Phillies. They put him on the IL today, and I'm surprised they just didn't really cut bait. He's got an ERA of 8.5, and that's like the whole year. He's been awful. Joe Ross was released by the Phillies today. And the Major League Baseball schedule is out for next year. We went over this earlier. Padres open on March 26th, next March. Detroit will be the season opener. And Scraby properly pointed out that means we'll probably get Tariq Skubal first up next year.
Against
unless something changes.
Michael King?
How about Joe Musgrove?
Oh, yeah, Joe. I would love to see Joe
We'll
out
see.
there.
That's a ways off. The Yankees and Giants will be the very first game of the year next March 25th.
Are they doing any of the?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
The Padres are they're thinking that there's going to be a Mexico City series in late April against the Diamondbacks, but it hasn't been confirmed.
Okay. The entire Padres schedule, though, at least as far as the dates, are out. I have one right here. I'm sure Scraby can tell you how to get your copy.
Just go to Padres.com.
There you go. The one thing that I think is interesting it reveals is that the Dodgers come here in May next year and June next year. And then both series in LA are in the second half of the season. And the first one is actually 4th of July weekend in LA. So before the All-Star break. 3 of the 4 series will be before the All-Star break next year. And then they won't play all the way again until the end of September, the final week of the season next year in Dodger Stadium.
It's like we hear you. But
Kinda.
then
They
why
give us
couldn't
one
they-
game after the All-Star break. That's not exactly hearing me.
Why couldn't they go home, away, home, away? They had to go home, away, away.
There's so much always made of the schedules. We're the only ones who care. Because honestly, the players just have to show up and play the games.
I want the old couple that used to make the schedule do it again.
Yeah. If you didn't know, I told somebody this the other day, and they were blown away because they didn't know.
Yeah, it's
I said,
crazy.
some
but it's
old
true.
couple living in Connecticut used to sit there at their breakfast table and make the schedule every year. It took
That
them
is-
like 3 months.
That is awesome.
It was 2 people.
That is
Did
awesome.
the whole baseball schedule for, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Finally got replaced by the world of the computer.
And it's not better.
Don't think it's better. All right, I promised some NFL notes to people, Scraby, so let's give them a few. Because there are some things starting to happen now, right? The cuts, the whole thing. And,
What?
well, I can't give you the notes if I can't find the piece of paper I wrote them on.
We were just talking about
I'm
it.
so old now.
God.
God.
Say that.
I know. It just drives me crazy. The things I forget and lose now. All right, couple of injury notes worth noting. Tajay Spears, Titans running back, killed me in the playoff last year, by the way. Had a huge game right at the end of the season. He will be on the IR to start the year. So
Yes.
he misses at least
First
4
4
games,
games, yeah.
for the Titans. And Joe Mixon, Texans,
it's a
he
big
also
deal.
misses the first 4
Big deal.
with an injury situation. So those are the injury ones. New team, Old team, actually. Amari Cooper back with the Raiders.
I did hear this.
He was probably the biggest name the Bills had last year, but they never really gave him he never did anything.
I wonder if he's just not good anymore.
You just wonder, yeah. Why would he not have played last year? The Bills didn't really have any standout receivers.
He was traded, if I believe, in the middle of the season.
He was. I thought he was going to be a guy that Josh Allen went to, but never really transpired. All right, injury, Jason Sanders, not the end of the world, but the Dolphins kicker is not going to be in for a while.
What'd he do to himself?
I don't know. Mike McDaniels probably kicked him.
No, that was Urban Meyer.
Yeah. Mike McDaniel said, I love his comment. This is
very Mike McDaniel.
Well, he goes, he's not going to go on the IR, miss a season, but he's out for the foreseeable future. Sounds like it could be just about any amount of time on that one.
Week 16 it is.
Let's see, a couple of news items. Najee Harris, out because of a fireworks-related injury, has returned to the Chargers.
Oh.
And they're saying he could even be ready to play in week 1.
So he can be
running back.
Is he going to be able to see?
I'm not going to make fun of the guy. I'm just telling you that he's supposedly back after the firework incident. They think he and Amarian Hampton, the other rookie. Hampton is the other rookie that's supposed to really be good this year, even though everybody talks only about Ashton Genty of the Raiders.
Ashton Genty has some incredible expectations that people
I've
are
seen
setting
people
for
are
him.
saying he's going to do 2,000 yards this year. I'm like, really? Can you let him carry the ball once? Spencer Rattler. He's the starting quarterback for the Saints. He beat out the other guy, the second-round pick. Bo, or you know what I mean?
Tyler Shaw.
Shaw, thank you. First team Browns, we know Joe Flacco. Second team, Dylan Gabriel beats out Shedeur Sanders.
Wow, Dylan Gabriel did have a good preseason.
Shedeur will be number 3, but he's on the roster.
I think that'll help.
Okay.
For him to sit back and kind of watch things for a little bit.
I think he's going to end up getting some time. We'll just have to wait and see. Here are some cuts of names that you probably recognize. Tommy DeVito, not the biggest deal.
Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah, Giants. Hunter Renfrow, Carolina.
What happened to him?
Wasn't that long ago that he was pretty good, right?
Let me go look at his stats because it had to have been like 2 years ago.
I think 2 years ago he was pretty viable. Hunter Renfrow.
Let me see. He's 29 years old. He's still.
I know.
Hey, the 49ers are looking for some wide receivers.
They may pick a guy up like that. I mean,
2021, he had 103 catches for 1,038 yards
catches
and 9 touchdowns.
I know. So 3 years ago, they don't go fast in the NFL, man. They don't care.
That is crazy.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Seattle. He's kind of been on the way out lately anyway, but back and forth. Easton Stick, I just throw him out because Charger fans remember him as a backup. He is cut by Arizona. Here's a guy that was a Super Bowl winning running back, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, yeah, CEH.
New Orleans Saints. See you later.
He was like,
you know, that's kind of the end of the road if the Saints don't need you this year.
That is true. Well, him and Cam Akers can go hang out somewhere.
Cam Akers didn't make the Saints either. Evidently, Alvin Kamara is like just going to bogart every carry.
He's pretty good.
One last one. I'm only putting this in just to stick the needle on you a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
Because the man who scored the winning touchdown in the overtime Super Bowl a couple of years ago, McCole Hardman, was cut by Green Bay today. You remember him running into the end zone and then not knowing that the game was over?
Of course. Of course. He shouldn't have been on that team to begin with.
How did that make you feel when the guy who just beat you to win the Super Bowl didn't even know it?
It made me feel bad for him.
Oh, really? You felt bad for him?
I felt bad for him because he's like, here he is, the biggest moment of his life, and he has no idea what's happening.
He did not know the game was over. Unbelievable.
I still can't handle the opinion of, the Chiefs just had the 49ers figured out in that overtime because they had a plan. They were gonna walk. It's so much easier to say that they were gonna try for the walk-off, fail, or whatever, after they've already converted the 2-point conversion.
Let's be honest. The 49ers stuffed the Chiefs the entire day. That game, right? Wasn't the score 3-3 or something in the third quarter? Maybe 6-3. The only reason the Chiefs were able to get down the field at the end of the game and get it into overtime and do everything that they did and win in overtime over it pains me to say, but over a really good 49er team, there was only one reason they were able to do it. Number 15.
Patrick Mahomes.
That's it. You can give it to Andy Reid. You can give it to Spagnuolo. You can give it to this guy or that guy or blame this guy or that guy. The Chiefs won because the game was still in doubt and Patrick Mahomes had a chance to win it, and he did. It's just too bad. You knew, Scraby. You knew in your heart of hearts that when the 49ers kicked a field goal in the overtime and then the Chiefs got a guaranteed possession.
I didn't feel good.
I know. It was done. It wasn't that you couldn't stop them. You just couldn't. Mahomes wasn't going to be stopped.
It was
That's all.
With 5:46 to go, Butker kicked the field goal to tie it up 16-16.
With 5:46 left?
Yeah, then Moody made a field goal with 1:53 to go to put the 49ers up. They have been so close to winning the Super Bowl over the Chiefs.
So then the Chiefs
twice.
went down and kicked another field goal to tie it and get it
with no
overtime.
time remaining.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, decent game. I mean,
the 49ers played their
patooties off.
Can I say that? Yeah, they played this hard. I mean, I thought, look, the two Super Bowl losses for your team were both pretty heart-wrenching to the Chiefs, I must say.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that
Thank
not
you.
as a friend.
Thank you.
But just as an observer.
How? No, that was
happen?
That was the first
one.
one.
Yeah,
That was the first one.
But you lost two. And then last year, does anybody remember this? I mean, Chief fans don't ever want to remember it, but the score in the third quarter last year was Eagles 34, Chiefs nothing. Like, how did that happen to one of the best quarterbacks? And look, as good as Patrick Mahomes is, and he's almost unparalleled, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has been crushed in not one, but two Super Bowls.
But he's also played in like 5.
I know, but he lost to the Buccaneers 38-9.
So it's either he has a really close win or he just loses by a lot.
But again, when you're the greatest quarterback of your era, that should not include 2 blowout losses in the Super Bowl. But it does for him.
Does. He's terrible.
Hey, look who it is out there.
He's been giving me the hurry up sign
Sam
for like
Levitt,
5 minutes.
he wants to do a
Look at him.
pregame
He's
show.
probably complaining about us being in here right now.
He's
so excited. Look how fired up he is right now.
He looks like Fernando after the ball sailed over the center field wall. Sammy Levitt's next. We're back after the day game tomorrow.
Yes.
Post game. Scraby and I will talk to you then. Enjoy it.
Bye.